We'll jump right into it because potentially a long session. We'll see how things play out. Why don't we go ahead and do introductions? No particular order here. We're just gonna start. Menadina, why don't you go ahead and give us your introduction?
Hey everyone, I'm Elena. I play Menadina, the baddie with the scythe and a prosthetic arm. Fun fact about Menadina is that she is the tallest member of the party, staggering at 6'10" without heels and 7 foot width. Her boots are indeed heeled.
You wanna? I was about to say, you wanna tell everybody how that happened? How she became so tall?
Yeah,
I did it on accident in Hero Forge, and when I imported it in, she was like twice the size of everyone else, and I was like, oh no, mistakes were made.
And you didn't want to buy another mini.
I did not.
Hey, Ian, I made Thai tea if you want some.
I got some good. I'm good for now.
Oh.
Is that
All right,
like
you're good.
for your race? Like how average is that? Is that like above average?
Oh.
around
That's tall
average?
for high elves. Average is probably like 6'4", 6'5" for high elves.
High elves are big. Okay. And then
Well,
you're
they
Elves are
are
tall.
high elves.
Elves in general are tall. Like wood
No,
elves are also
no,
probably.
not the ones that I interact with. They're not.
Tyler, these are high elves.
Yeah, the elves I interact with are also high on the map. Latitude, North Pole is Santa's elves.
Okay. Look, we know you just got back from Santa's workshop, Tyler, but you don't got to talk about it.
What is Santa's
Talk about it.
It's Santa's workshop is where me and Tyler go every winter.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I got you.
I love that. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, they actually had adjacent desks this year.
Oh my god.
It was a good time.
And they were roommates.
Don't
Nope.
say that. All right, Menadina started us off. We'll move over to Dante.
Hello, I'm Ian. I play Dante, our resident Gigached of the party. And fun fact about Dante is he's very particular about weapon maintenance. He keeps records in his notebook, my notebook, about the last time he did maintenance on his weapons.
Nice.
Rare diligence from Dante. That's interesting.
He has keen mind. It's just always on his mind. He's like, when's the last time I did maintenance?
Leo.
Like 400 errors ago? I should probably.
Hello. I have hot chocolate. Cool.
What fact?
Hello everyone. I am Clark. I play Leo Garashi's wonderful, our wonderful cleric who means no harm to anyone. Fun fact for Leo is that Leo's favorite festival in Trixon, where he grew up, was the winter snow festival that I'm totally blanking on the name of.
Snow's Arrival!
Snow's Arrival, that one. Only came every now and again, but he really enjoyed it when it did show up, and he really enjoyed the ice skaters.
That's funny.
All right. Who next? Yogurt.
Could be me. Yeah, it is me. Hi, man. I play Yolbert. My fun fact is one of Yolgrid's. Ooh. Yeah. One of Yolgrid's prides as a medical practitioner is that through his entire employment at Duergar Hospital, he had never been accused of malpractice. Therefore, some what is the word I would like to use here?
There's a lot of words.
He's a garbage known. When he decided that was going to be my nickname, I wanted to kill him.
Plenty of people want to kill him.
All right. I think that's everybody, right?
Definitely.
All right. So who wants to do
Unless-
the session introduction? Who wants to do the recap?
I did it last week. So.
Yeah, I think we restarted. So if
I-
no one else,
I-
We restarted
I
last week.
started. Yeah, last session was the start of the restart.
Oh, was
I'm
it?
kidding, Bandit. Go ahead and give your introduction.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I will if you ask so nicely.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Brind, and I am Bandit, who will not be patronized. My fun fact for today is, have you ever had your heart broken? That's about romance, if that's what you mean.
There's always time for that. There's always time for that.
Good luck.
Asexual
Breaking
raccoon.
his heart in non-romantical ways. I'm sure that's a possibility. Good luck with the other one.
All right. Who wants to do the recap?
Anyone want to? Because I can.
I'm ready to give a Dante recap if no one else wants to. And the Dante recap will not have a lot of stuff because Dante hasn't been able to write in his notebook since the last session, since the end of last session, because we're still doing.
I can do a quick one.
Ian, you could just say you were playing Marvel Rivals.
No, I'm making sure that the recaps are specific to Dante himself.
All right. All right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I can go ahead and give a quick recap. The party didn't do a whole lot last time. The party finally managed to collect themselves after the narrow escape of collecting all of the glass shards. Party discussed and decided that they would return to the I'm totally blanking on what they're actually called right now, but the mushroom people.
Myconids.
Myconids. Return to the Myconids and do some deals with them to hopefully help Metadina get an arm. Yay! So the party decided, okay, we're gonna go to the Hill of Bodies. Whilst we were on our return to that, Bandit managed to cut down a piece of the glass with Yulgrid's crystal. In doing so, he managed to create a new lens that will be very, very, very useful. I'm blanking on the gnomish guy's name, but yeah.
Penfer.
Yeah, Penfer.
Penfer.
So, the party gets to the pile of bodies and uses the lens after discussing that, yeah, we should probably get the bodies at the top that are freshly falling, since they'll be less corrupted and make the Myconids hopefully less hostile. If they do get corrupted by these, we don't really know, and we don't really want to find out. So the party decides to shine the light towards the top of the cave using the lens Bandit created, and actually discover a very, very powerful and incredible warrior in Duergar. Duergar has managed to keep some of his sanity fighting off the darkness, not becoming consumed himself. The party manages to find out why Duergar is here, and that he is searching for his son and believes he is in the Underdark. The party has agreed to help Duergar find his son, planning on talking with Octo and seeing if he can find his son. If not, the party will continue on with the search for his son, and has managed to communicate with Rex to take Duergar back to the keep. That said, he's not all there right now and is very focused on finding his son, but he will be making a great guard for the keep. So the party has managed to collect a couple of other bodies and brought them to the Myconids, getting Metadina a new arm and some more supplies for the hospital. From there, the party has finally decided to go to the city on the shore, manages to find the guild house where the people are supposedly being stored, the party manages to solve a quick puzzle using a bunch of gears, and then travels downstairs. And once again, using the lens, we find that there's a security system in this basement. And immediately trigger it, and having to rush through a puzzle while fighting a couple of automata, the party has managed to defeat the automata, solve the puzzle, and enter the next room, where we are surely to discover something terrifying.
And that's where I'll pick up. As you descend down the staircase in front of you, the sphere of light created by Yolgrid. Hold on, I'm turning down my music volume. The sphere of light created by Yolgrid's crystal pierces the dark below, and a strong metallic scent rises to your nose. You round the corner of the stairs and see a long hallway. On either side, metal bars line the hall. As you look to your left and right, strange contraptions similar to the one you've seen in gnomish halls in the Glimmering City sit powered down behind bars. The hallway is long enough that Yolgrid's crystal does not pierce to the end of it.
Well, I don't see anyone yet. But strange that these are all here. Well, I suppose not very strange, but curious.
The metal contraptions like golem type contraptions?
You were one of the people who broke into the Gnomish Inventor Hall in the Glimmering City, so you recognize these.
Yeah. Are they all of like...
They're behind bars?
They seem to be locked up, locked away.
Like a prison.
They are inactive, I assume?
They are inactive.
And are they like... Are they repeating as like a same model, or are they mostly unique or staggered or haphazard?
They go back and forth between different models.
If only we knew more about what this guild did. It seems that they have some correlation with all these automata. I wonder if they built them. Or at least
I
were
wonder if they,
initial ones.
these automata decided to rebel,
That'd
and
be
that's
interesting.
why they're locked up.
And guarded by others.
Is
That
they in there
seems
for their
choice.
protection, or is they in there for our protection?
A worrying question.
Do I know, since I've seen them before, what kind of made them active?
They were
Is it-
active when you saw them. They were already up and moving about.
Yeah, is there like anything different about these ones? Like some piece that's missing that would...
You'd have to get into the cell.
You want to open. I don't know if it's the greatest idea. I can't really dispel very much more magic, and I fear what we'll encounter later. It's more than certainly trapped.
Is there like a door in these bars?
Yes.
And like how many doors? Is it one per robot or one per...
There are a few robots in each cell. Currently, as you look down the hall, you see maybe 6 cells in front of you at the max range of 120 feet that Yolgrid has.
6 cells, each with a couple of robots. How are the cells being held shut? Is there a lock, a mechanical thing, or
A lock.
something possibly magical? Just a lock.
Potentially a magical lock.
Hold on. How many... I can do some magic detection. if we think that would be a good idea on either the lock or the robots themselves. Or both, I guess. If we
Feel
think that information is important enough. I think I get 4 charges per day, and then I regain 1d4 at the end of a long rest. I think.
Do as you will.
I would like to know more about the golems more than the lock.
I mean, of course, but to get to the golems, you need to know about the lock. If the lock sits off more of those automata, or some other...
It has 3 charges and
Conspicuous
regains
trap.
1d3 at dawn.
Do these look similar to the guys that we fought outside?
No. You have never seen these before, Yogurt.
Yeah, you and I have not.
Dante's seen these. Bandit has seen these. Menadina has seen these. They are mono drones, Yogurt.
Oh, okay, I see.
I feel like Yogurt might have seen them since he's been in the city.
He's never been in the Gnomish Inventors Lab.
So they're only really in the lab? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. If I just do detect magic once, it'll get both of them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I will expend one of my charges on the wand.
The lock itself is magical. It is enchanted with evocation magic. The robots themselves seem to be powered down. There is no magic about them.
Is there anything else within 30 feet of me that is magical?
All the locks.
All the locks.
Okay, just the locks.
Every single lock lights up.
Every single lock says, "Hey, buddy."
We're asking more so if there's like any tripwire or system
No.
in the immediate. Okay. Well.
Yeah, just the
Okay,
locks.
concentration for up to 10 minutes, so I guess we will proceed. And if I see magic, something that's not a lock, then we should probably halt for a moment.
So is Yogurt moving forward?
Cautiously, probably.
Cautiously, yeah. If
After a
everyone
few
else
feet into the hall.
What was that? What
Yeah,
words?
yep. Move forwards.
After a few feet into the hall, your sightline is extended, but in passing moments. Waves of darkness pulsing through the space pass just beyond Yogurt's visible lines. You think you can make out shapes of people sitting, laying, groveling in the space beyond.
Did you say, like, darkness waves are penetrating the light?
So Yogurt's sightline extends as if there's another area of safety beyond, when 2 spheres intersect.
Oh, okay, so it's like...
But
okay.
in that space beyond, it's like pulsing safety and not safety.
Is this shroud?
No way of telling. I assume that'd be something related to this guild.
Beyond guard.
Row.
No way of knowing who's out there.
Okay, sorry,
Be
you said
cautious.
there's pulsating areas of safety as we walk along this? That, like, we...
Or
walk
the-
No,
in-
it's at the end of the hall.
Okay. Pulsating areas of safety towards the end of our visible range.
And we think we see people groveling.
And this thing just keeps getting farther away from us?
No. We're walking
Like,
towards
as
it.
we are getting closer to it?
I think we should proceed with caution.
Be on your guard.
I'm gonna take another step forward.
As you take a step forward and your light intersects further with that sphere, it cuts away where the waves are kind of pulsing across. It seems your crystal is strong enough to clear that out entirely.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Are we seeing people?
Shapes of people, yes.
There's no way of knowing what's out there unless we go forward. So I will keep trucking along until something forces me to stop.
As Yogurt pushes forward and his sightlines reach the end of the hall, Clearing away the darkness with his crystal, you find a room full of bodies at the end of the hall, large and circular. All of these bodies made of crystal. The crystal statues are all brown on the surface, but a yellow tint shines underneath. As you take the scene before you in, you begin to hear faint noises. Small pleas for life, sobbing, requests for comfort can be heard quietly throughout the room, coming in broken rhythm. Two of the statues have had their abdominal area cut through with careful precision. The rest of the statues have had their hearts cut away in a similar fashion.
I'm gonna try to write all that down. Several bodies at the end, all made of crystal?
Do I recognize any of these crystal statues, bodies?
Make me a investigation check.
I will also do that once I finish writing all this down.
15 plus...
Do I see what was pulsating?
No, it's no longer doing that in this room. What's your total?
16.
16?
16.
With a 16, you find kind of central to the room, as if it was placed here recently, a crystal statue that looks a lot like Olga.
Well,
These are all statues, not just like people in the shape of crystals lying on the ground, or in the people made of crystals lying on the ground. They've kind of been made into statues.
Yes. I'm assuming this is very similar to how the basilisks work. Somebody's
Does
Can
this
I
crystal
try
look
to, can I
like-
try to pick one up?
Yeah, they're heavy, but you pick one up.
Jared, do I feel anything moving towards these crystals?
No, they are weak. You feel a slight pull, but because you're able to stand in Yogurt's crystal, there's no way these would do anything to you. They are weak.
Should I?
Hey, this is exactly what I think it is then, isn't it?
Yes, you do feel a slight tinge, but it's nowhere near as strong as the one you feel from Yogurt.
Well, that's fucking lovely.
What
What
would
is-
be?
Somebody has turned these people into crystals,
Into.
using them in the same manner as your crystal yogurt. My guess is that whatever was taken out is being further refined somewhere else.
Oh,
Are you saying that the crystal that Yogurt had is made of people?
It's possible.
oh goodness. This would explain how it spoke to me.
It spoke.
Yes, yes. When Dante tried to take it the other day.
Looking around, do we... I suppose we're looking for,
Yeah, Intar.
Inktar's wife.
Wife
And
and
your wife.
child.
Assuming that there would be
And
two
Olga.
next to each other.
I don't know.
We
if you
already
know what
found
they look
Olga.
like.
Has the statue that is Olga had anything ripped out of her yet?
No.
Okay.
Good, I'm taking it.
Hold on, this is heavy.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's something that we can do to reverse the effect.
What about
Unless
the
she's still
statue?
whole. Let's see if there's something we can do first.
Is there a statue for your Coltax?
Who?
Duergar's son?
Oh.
Is
Thank
that
you.
somebody else taken? Oh, Duergar's son.
Yeah.
Did we see an orc? Is what you're asking.
You don't see an orc.
Okay.
We do not see Intar, correct? He is not here.
Ingtar is not here.
His family.
You want to make an investigation check to look for his family?
Yeah, No, let's look for
Yeah,
his family. Look
Since
for
that's
a.
who we were told it was here.
I got a very low roll. I got a 4. I don't remember what his family looks like.
Give it an invest check,
Good
I
job.
guess.
I will cast guidance.
Thank you. Where is a d20? There's a d20. Now where's a d4? There's a d4. And my invest is... yeah. Okay. 27.
With 27, you start kind of, especially because Bandit is nimble. Bandit has to kind of climb over piles of statues where they've seemingly been pushed out of the way. Each one, its chest cut open, its heart removed. Until eventually he gets back into the far corners of this room, and you find a set of statues kind of almost buried underneath others of a wife or a woman and child, and the woman's kind of holding the child. Both of their hearts have been removed.
Yeah.
Just their hearts.
Or no, the woman's abdominal section has also been removed. A large chunk of it.
Oh,
But not the child's.
Hold on.
he was Prego.
I have a follow-up once I
don't
figure
know
out
if that's
Ingtar.
The case.
As you look around, as
Are
I said
they all
earlier,
women?
Yeah, I was
No,
about to ask that.
there are women and
Okay.
men, but
Okay.
there
I'm-
two of the women, one of them being the one you just found that you're assuming is Ingtar's wife, and another one have had their abdominal sections removed.
Is it a lot of women? Is it primarily women that have their abdominals
Mo-
removed?
Only women.
Only women.
It is only women.
There are two
Yeah,
women that
it's-
have had their abdominal section removed, and most of the statues, there are men in here, but most of them are women.
Pregnant women have
Is
their
the heart
child
removed of the child?
Yes.
Yes, the heart is removed of the child.
Oh, maybe we could at least find the heart.
I'm gonna try speaking to my crystal and say,
I'm very curious.
are you from here?
Silence.
Silence. Worth a shot.
Ilgrid it.
All right, I've got a long,
Oh,
maybe a
God.
long shot investigation check I want to do.
Okay.
I want to see if, out of the two women, did it seem like either of them were pregnant or both of them?
How would you figure that out? How I have no clue how Bandit would figure this out.
Possibly clothing. I don't know if you could see stretch marks in the crystal, or
Probably
like
not sure. Give me an investigation
deformed
check. but-
abdominal or stomach.
Mm.
Can I get this guidance?
Can I get this guidance? This is crazy.
Sure, you
That
can
is
have this guidance.
crazy. He walks over to Leo
Wait.
and goes, "Hey Leo, can you guidance me?"
My thought process being maybe they removed the abdominal because there was a child in it.
My guess is that yes.
Is that not the entire hypothesis?
That
That sounds like that's everyone's hypothesis.
Well, I got a
Yeah.
17.
No, you don't. You're,
Well, I'm kind of glad that
you
it's...
don't kill your hypothesis, but you don't find anything proving it.
Is there anything else in this room that we can look around for? Is there any clues as to who might be here? Is there any tools that have been left here that have done the cutting?
You find there is a table in this room that has Jim Carver's tools in it, similar to the ones that the three of you that went into the Gnomish Inventors lab saw in the lab.
Are they marked in any ways as to who
I
they
have a
may belong
question.
to?
I swear to God, if it says Zicklin was here, I'm gonna fucking scream.
Are they marked in any way? No.
Are
They
they
have
marked?
that. They have that guild insignia on it.
Is this the Gem Carvers Guild?
It's some kind of guild.
Actually, hold on. Before I would like to. Fuck, do I have parchment? No. Our raccoon has parchment. Hi, can you draw this insignia so we don't forget it?
Is
You
the
have a
insignia-
necklace.
Oh yeah, we have a necklace.
Yes, you have a necklace.
Jared, can I look further into the room to see if there's whatever might have been causing that pulsation? Is there
Make me an
some kind
Arcana
of
check.
device?
Make me an Arcana check.
I will guidance myself. Even though my Arcana is +1.
I have a question.
17.
With 17, you have you look over the room and you don't find any devices, but as you kind of think about what you already knew about these statues based off how they affect you, you have a feeling that these crystals are strong enough to momentarily push back darkness without being refined, because there's so many of them in this room.
So it'd just be the
I have a
statues
question.
themselves.
Can I look at the bodies, ones with holes in the hearts? Are these holes the sizes of the crystals that were in the factory on the conveyor?
They are larger.
Okay.
The holes are larger?
Mm-hmm. Than the crystals you saw in the factory. The holes are also larger than Yogurt's crystal.
Oh,
That was my
crystals
next
are
question.
fine. His crystals are fine, so I wouldn't be too surprised.
What we know.
So
If-
we know that.
I'm ready to.
I'm
scour
taking
the
this
room.
body. I'm taking Olga with me.
I think-
Here,
If we could manage it, that's a good idea.
I'm not leaving it back in the darkness.
if the crystals come from the hearts of crystal people,
Yes.
what made the giant crystal that is in our bastion?
Great question.
That's
Fucking clue.
a terrifying question.
Danos is your
What did you just say?
What?
dinosaur.
Oh.
Okay, bro.
I. would
That was out
almost
of character.
Assume that there's more than what we know. There's probably ways to increase the size and intensity.
Do
We've
you
already
think
seen.
that instead?
Make me an
If-
insight check.
Make you an insight check. Okay.
Okay.
You just
Out
I
of
have
the-
I have another idea.
24.
With a 24, you look around the room. You see the two statues that have had their abdominal sections removed.
Yes.
You look at Olga, who's untouched. And you recall that Otto requested payment, and he said there was a very powerful treasure in this room. It just might be a little difficult to realize it.
No.
This is what you're implying, and I hate that.
He's implying that the powerful thing is Olga that he wants.
No, it's Olga's
Olga
unborn
is
child.
pregnant.
Olga is pregnant. Okay, I see.
And so he wants the crystal that is now the child. We agreed to payment.
How would you even cut out?
Well, the tools are right there.
Sorry. Do you do you say this out loud? Do you keep this-
I will say this out loud.
Okay, then in that case, yeah. How do you even
Good one.
expect to get? It would kill her, certainly. I mean, she's already.
She's
Like-
already a crystal. We don't
Did
have
you say there was
any
a faint
idea.
yellow light?
Yes, they are. The crystal statues are all brown on the surface, but a yellow tint shines underneath.
I think she's still in there.
Similar to the crystals that Bandit, Menadina, and Dante saw in the factory.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we'll just cut them down to size and then ship them off. I hate this.
Bandit is
Clearly, there's something
fascinated
still
by
going
this.
on.
I hate this. Bandit is fascinated by that's the two
We
different.
don't know how they've.
Menadina's like, this is terrible. Bandit's like, this is fascinating.
Are there any crystal bodies that haven't had the heart cut out yet besides Olga?
No, it seems that whoever has been doing this does it very, very meticulously.
Is just Olga that hasn't yet? Damn.
Hear me out.
Currently.
Should we perhaps wait here? See if someone comes to collect.
You wish to wait here.
I'm
For
not.
who knows how long.
No, no.
For
Absolutely
someone
not.
who can traverse the darkness themselves, turn somebody into
I'm
a
I'm
crystal.
not fucking around here.
I am completely serious. Don't you think we need to know who's doing this? Why they're doing this?
Well, it's clear why they're doing this. It's to get Duskwalkers.
It's to get Duskwalkers.
It's to create Duskwalkers. It's to continue the exploration into the darkness. They're doing this
Who is they?
for what they agree is the greater good. I don't know who they is.
Oh, it's the normal.
If it's Duskwalkers, then it
It's
must be the
very
Dwarves.
likely.
Or it must be the Dwarves.
The
In a
Gnomish
small city.
Council is trying to get rid of the darkness by making Duskwalkers and by researching the crystals themselves. Hence why they
Yes.
need to make more of them.
You
Yes.
expect the threat to come from within the city?
Oh, absolutely.
Most definitely. How else would they know who to start taking? How would you know someone in the city is pregnant?
I suppose you need someone there.
Be the one to get them
Exactly.
pregnant.
It
What?
still doesn't.
I don't
What,
believe that's the
Bandit?
case, Bandit. That's
No, I said that out of character. Out of character.
I'll do it myself.
I do believe. I'm very curious about your crystal now, Yogurt.
Jared, can I try to use the gem carver's tools on the counter to chip off a piece of someone who's already, or I guess anyone who's already had their heart removed?
Are all of the statues making these pleas for help?
Yes.
By the way, all of them.
Like their hand or something?
Yeah, it's pretty mentally taxing to stand in this room. They're quiet, but they're
Dante's
loud enough to
feeling
be
it.
heard.
And I would, if I do that, I would also like to listen to see if the statue that I'm doing it to makes any noises after I do that.
It makes no noise. Give me a tool check with the gem carver tools.
I do not have proficiency in those, so is that just a straight roll?
Dex. Yeah, just Dex.
It's between you and Dante.
18.
18. Okay, you as you start chipping, you notice there are almost you're equipped. You're trained in the magics of the world, and you notice that these statues almost have their own like ley lines conducting magic within them. And you're like, I probably shouldn't cut one of those, and so you cut around them, and you get a chunk off the statue.
They have
It's
magical
mostly
ley
brown
lines.
crystal. It seems that these statues have latent magic within them, but it is not a lot. It seems that potentially the source of the magic has been removed.
Bandit,
The heart.
try using this.
Are you handing him your crystal?
Yes. Yes.
I think the wife's or
It's I might.
Brown
pregnant
crystal.
child
Same.
is
What
Jared.
color is
It's
Yogurt's
not Jared,
crystal?
It's Aiden. Yogurt's
Yogurt's
crystal.
Yogurt's crystal is a bright yellow.
Yo.
I wonder.
I will use his thing to see if I can shave anything off, though this isn't the glass, so I wouldn't expect it to.
Is there any interaction?
No, nothing happens.
I want to put it in the space where the heart was.
Nothing happens.
Could be wrong body.
Bandit, put it into either the child's or Ingtar's wife.
I'll try both of them.
My guess is it might have been one of them.
Actually,
Or
as
it
I move
could have
around in
been
the
the
room
unborn child, and my guess is it was that.
As I move around the room with the crystal, I am gonna go do that. But do I feel it like?
Is there a pull?
Is there a desire to go somewhere?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna try to put it in both of them.
nothing happens.
Okay.
I feel it could have been the unborn child. One of them.
So is our hypothesis then that unborn children make
For
better
incredibly powerful crystals. Creatures entirely untouched by the darkness. I would say
Wow.
probably.
Would a surface dweller have the same?
Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, let's not put that on the wall here now. I don't want to end up like these people.
I am a scientist.
I don't want you to explore your hypothesis.
Now, Dante, calm down. No one's going to be turned into a crystal today. Well, none of us here.
I think it's a little late for that.
I am curious what happens if you hit one of the ley lines, but it does seem volatile.
It
Don't
does
do
seem
that.
volatile.
Well,
Why wouldn't we do it? These
Because
people
it
are-
would
we-
explode.
goodness. We have payment to give to Octo. We all know what it is,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
correct? Now, either Bandit or Dante. Which one of you wishes to do it?
I will not do this.
Ooh, Dante is making a moral stand.
I'm not great with tools. These ones.
Take your
Why can't I
time.
just take
I
the
will
fucking
assist you.
body?
I don't know what will happen if we try to move it. I also don't wish
Consider
to
I picked
carry
it
it.
up.
It's like a C-section.
It's like a C-section.
All right, I would.
You can't.
Can I
close
take
it.
20 on very carefully
Yes, you can.
removing the fetus from? Oh god.
This is so disturbing.
You know,
It is meant to be disturbing.
Dungeons
And
and
can I-
Dragons abortion was not on my bingo card for 2025.
Can I also
You're
do
making
like
it worse.
a generic investigation check for anything that might be interesting while I'm doing this?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we sure we don't want to do this away from here?
Well, as it looks like the rest of them were done around here.
You have a better idea right now.
All right. Can I get guidance on that generic investigation?
Yes, I will guidance you.
Okay. Taking 20 on the actual removal, just a single investigation check on the rest. Oh hell yeah, big numbers. 27.
27. With a 27, you spend a lot of time, hands-on with this statue. And you're hearing the pleas over and over again, and you realize that for the most part, the statue's repeating the same things. It's not doing anything new. It seems to be exhibiting behavior similar to a consumed.
Likely was consumed. Taken into the darkness.
What's the thing that
With a 27, I'll even give you another little tidbit. As you're cutting through and you're examining and you're working, you find that there's a small cut that seems to have there's a small divot which has obviously not had time to seal up, so there's just this divot where it seems there was something in place in this body.
And how do we think?
Where is the divot on the body?
On the side. Seems that they cut this. It seems that they cut Olga open and put something there.
Also, okay, for my own mental imagery, how do they look as crystallized? Does it just look like someone literally, but their skin is made of crystal, or is it more jagged now that's crystal?
It's more jagged.
More jagged now. Okay. Does it look like anything was done to prep the bodies?
That's the
Other
prep
than
that
that
you
cut?
see. The cut. That is
just
the
the
prep
cut.
you find. Is the cut where it looks like something was inserted.
On the side of the hip.
Is
Is the clothes crystallized as well?
It seems that the clothing, that's fair. The clothing was likely removed. So yeah, because that would just get in the way later. So yes, the clothing was removed.
Okay. Inside of the...
We'll even say there's a pile of clothing that's been chopped away and like piled up in a corner, just kind of cut away.
These people aren't alive.
How does this connect to the golems? Are they?
Would you
Perhaps.
have anyone stationed here?
Do I?
I said, would you? Or do you just refer to the golems upstairs?
Jared, is it a
No, I mean the
Locked
small.
away.
You can't tell. It's just a crystalline.
Oh, okay.
You
I understand you would have.
you follow the lead of the statues you saw, and you remove the whole area.
Okay.
It's just a
Okay.
large
Whole-
chunk of crystal.
The whole womb, okay. Okay.
Is there a significant difference in how I feel next to this?
It does feel stronger than the rest of the statues in the room.
Okay.
It's not threatening to put you out of your misery.
Fair enough, but I still won't
Like
be
it
anywhere
too.
near it. I suppose you could also take her heart if you wish to.
Yeah, could I take 20 to do that as well?
Sure.
Actually, do we want to do that?
Yes.
Hold on. If there's a way to turn them back, then I would say we wouldn't want to do that.
You've
I don't know
already
how likely it
taken
is
her
that we can
stomach, Bandit.
just the womb.
She wouldn't live.
You can live without one.
Not,
No,
without
not the way
whole
that you
split.
cut it.
I.
Listen, man,
She's
it's
already
not great with
consumed.
these tools.
Already consumed. She's already been killed.
Any
Crystal-
objections?
If there were a way to bring her back, we would have. We're past this. We're past that opportunity.
Yeah.
I say take her heart. If
Wait,
you
I was
wish,
already then.
We could attempt to refine it ourselves, or if you wish to be sentimental, you could give it to
Yeah, Bard.
That sounds like it would do more harm than good.
that. I agree with. But if it's anything
Yeah,
like
Bard, your
Gilbert's
wife was
crystal.
turned into a crystals, and here's her heart.
At the very least, we need to take it to Octo first. Clearly, he knows more. He meows. Clearly,
he
knows more
does
about this than
clearly
we-
know more than he's let on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the heart as well.
And it's clear to me that somebody knows.
Olga's
Somebody's going
crystal
to know that
heart.
we've been here.
It is a brown
For
in
us,
color.
Maybe far more cautious now that they know. Maybe remove this location. Well, not remove, but move their operation.
Does it look like there's any
Why don't we blow it up?
preference for like age or species or
No.
anything else
Don't do
besides
anything
the fact they're
new.
women? Okay.
For the most part, adults.
Okay.
I don't think that'll do anything.
Before we blow it up, if that is what we choose to do,
I think there's no reason.
to investigate some of the golems that were imprisoned out in the hall. I
would be
can't see
cautious
why
doing so.
they would be kept here and not dismantled and killed.
That's a good point.
unless they were important. Perhaps they have crystals inside them? I don't know.
If they had crystals inside them, I think I would have detected it.
But they were here for a reason. And they're not the same as the defenders outside.
No, they aren't. They look entirely different, purposefully. Have you seen them? I suppose you mentioned automata in the gnomish workshops, but are those similar?
The monodrones are the same as the ones in the lab.
They're the same.
That in similar fashion. That
Right.
being said, they're not on right now, but I have a sinking feeling.
Well,
A sinking feeling that.
who knows how they're powered.
They're
I
not.
say we can take a look at them and see if there is place for a crystal or something like that.
Why
that
would we
Laura's
power them on? They are connected to the security system.
Security
the
system
lab.
as well.
I just don't.
Why
think
would
we
they be
power them
connected to the
on.
security system if they're locked up? That
However,
seems
I think
foolish.
it'd be good to see if there's a space for crystals, because then we'd have the information that all the other ones we see walking around has crystals in them. And I just think it'd be a good idea to remove those.
I agree.
I
Or
think
maybe
it's
they
worth
were put
knowing.
there for people like us to turn them on, to give a warning to whoever
That's
Did
what I'm
this.
You
thinking.
think that they wouldn't already know, given that we've activated their other trap, turned off the rest of their automata, and are now here.
Here, I'm also taking the gem carver's
That's a
tools
good
with me.
point.
Okay.
They will know that we're here, or at least have been here. That being said, unless they are touched by the darkness, I don't think they have a way of knowing. There doesn't seem to be a way to communicate through the darkness without using it itself. I've tried in other ways and have been unsuccessful. So either they're incredibly powerful, in which case they might know we're here already, or they will discover that we've been here. Very, very quickly, upon seeing their traps and automata being destroyed.
Well, I'm gonna go try to pick one of the locks.
Do
Actually,
it.
no, I'm
Be
not gonna pick the lock.
cautious.
Because they are magical.
See if
Um,
you can't remove the magic first.
I don't think I have anything that can remove magic.
I could dispel it, but that would be the last of I could today. I don't know if it's worthwhile, or if we could set it off in some other way.
If there's ever a time, is now not it?
We still have to get out of here. Is there a reasonable way to disengage this magic? You said it was evocation. Is there a way that we could trigger it?
Can I slide
Well-
between the bars?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, can I do an investigation to see if I can find the keys?
Sure.
Okay.
You're not gonna find them. They're not here.
Okay. I won't roll. I'll move the key around a little bit, jingle jangle it with telekinesis.
The keyway? Like you're trying to lockpick it?
Well, I'm moving the lock around to see if it's like if it'll do anything at just being moved or touched.
And you're using
just-
telekinesis?
Yeah, so I'm not very close to it if it blows up.
Okay.
Something's happening.
That's reassuring.
I got spurs that jingle.
That's a face.
It's okay. I'm
Can
not
we
near
be
it.
on the other side of the hallway that leads to the escape?
Oh, that might be cool.
How far is your telekinesis range?
fuck?
We love those kinds of questions. Let me go see.
Counter offer. I just Eldritch Blast one of the locks.
You gonna do that while he's telekinesising it?
You should wait.
You wanna hit a different lock while he's doing this one?
No.
Range
But
is
while
30
it's-
feet.
30 feet, so you're 30 feet away.
Yeah.
How close is everyone to Bandit?
Far. I'm far away. I'm as far as humanly possible.
I will
Why would
be
you ask
near to Bandit. I
How
will say.
is the room set up, Jared?
The furthest you can be away from Bandit is 120 feet, assuming Yogurt is 120 feet from him. Actually, if Yogurt is,
No.
if
Screams that
Yogurt's
something
120
bad is
feet from him,
No,
Can't see
no.
anything.
Not
We're
gonna
probably
do
like
it.
Good luck, Bandit.
at most anyone's like 20 feet away from him. Is what I would say.
So
okay,
50
Is
feet.
that accurate?
Yeah.
20 to
I'll
30
be-
feet.
I'll be right next to Bandit.
I will be near enough to Bandit, probably trying to cast some form of buff so that he doesn't kill himself.
I want to be far from the door.
That's pretty much all I asked. Is far from the door.
Maybe I should have just shot the lock from far away.
What's warding
Oh, well.
bond?
okay, so no one is 80 feet away from Bandit, and Bandit
Oh,
is within 80 feet of the lock. So there are 4 of you, so I'll roll a d4.
Wait, you cut out for a second between 80 feet away and.
Yeah, because I was reading. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be important.
We're getting the.
3. That is Leo. 2. That is Yogrid. 1. That is Dante. I need Bandit, Dante, Leo, Yogrid to make me dexterity saving throws.
Well, I'm good at those ones.
Cool. 14.
DC is a 15.
Damn it.
27.
I got an 11.
21.
Can I say that I was warding, or not warding, emboldening bonding some of, at least Bandit, myself, and probably...
How much health you got left?
That, I don't know, but Yolgrid is like at 2.
Oh, wait, hold on. Am I at 2?
If I'm
I
not
didn't
mistaken.
get
Oh,
hit
Yogrid's at 2?
last combat. I didn't get hit
Yolgrid's
last
probably
combat.
at like...
I need to check Tailspire
12
because I don't think I was tracking it on my sheet.
I wasn't tracking
Alright.
mine on my sheet, but I didn't
Let's
get
open
hit.
Tailspire, because this Yogrid is
Might be
And you
bad.
failed your
That's what
save?
I do.
What's your max HP?
58 is my max HP. If I ooh, am I gonna use an extra life here?
Clark has a hero point for doing the recap.
Oh yeah, you've got a hero point.
Oh, okay, hold on. No, time out. I am not gonna take someone's hero point to evade death.
You have your own hero point.
The small thing
You
is-
have your own hero point.
Unless he used
Alright,
it last.
I'm checking HP values. Yogurt has 9 HP.
Yeah, I should be like close to full, I think.
I have
Dante has full health. Bandit
Yeah,
has 26. Leo has 41.
Yeah.
Am I
I
still
should
opening
be close.
Tailspire? Are you rolling it there?
No,
or are you rolling it
I'm gonna roll it and Tailspire so make that like easier.
Okay. Let me.
Is anyone doing anything? Just
Can I have emboldening bond on 3 of us so we can at least add a d4 to the save?
I don't need it.
I would have said that I wanted to do that while this bandit was doing stuff so that
you said you wanted to Eldritch Blast the lock.
I said I was thinking about it and it
Didn't-
wasn't an option at that point in time. So I was like, okay, well, if he's not gonna blast the lock and we're letting Bandit do the thing, he's gonna cast a buff so that no one's dying.
Give me, you know what? Give me you're a wisdom-based caster, right?
Yes.
Give me a wisdom-based Arcana check. You see like the flash of light, and you're like, oh fuck, this might be bad, and you try to get the buff off before the spell comes out.
I'm in the gnomish council
wisdom-
basement.
You want me to just roll this number plus
I'm gonna get a beer.
Yeah.
whiz?
Spellcasting
Whiz?
check. Just spellcasting check. Yeah.
Okay, then it's gonna be. Just say 18.
18? All right, yeah, you get the emboldening bond off. You see,
Okay.
so I'll describe what happens now, and
So then
people can add their d4s.
I do pass.
Who else are you giving emboldening bond to?
It would have been myself, Yulgrid, and Bandit, because Bandit would have been
Would've
like,
Bandit already
oh,
passed.
shit.
Did Bandit pass?
I got 20.
I'm assuming Bandit and Dante passed.
Bandit
My
and
dice
Dante
rolls
passed.
and fucking
You can add a
skeleton.
d4, Yulgrid, which could get you into the save territory, because you're currently... You're getting a
Hey,
d4
it's
from
still a 1 in
emboldening
4.
bond. You got a
Still a 1 in 4.
25% chance to
It's a
You got a
3.
1.
3.
Oh, yeah.
Well, off by 1 error. Alright. As a bolt of lightning conducts out from the
Not again.
lock, strikes the closest person, which is Bandit, and then chains off of him to the three of you as chain lightning casts out of this lock, dealing 10d8 damage, half on a save.
Okay, so
Much as 10d8.
Is lightning bolt the one that if you die, you die?
No, 36 damage.
on the save? Or
That is on failed save.
on failed
Half
save?
that
Okay.
on a success.
I'm fine. Okay, and that's
Alright, so I'm at negative 27 health.
Yeah, you didn't
Fair
get
to
one
die.
shot.
8.
So yeah, Yogurt
No.
immediately collapses.
Yo, we live
or
this.
just cure wounds. I'll just cure wounds, Yulgrid, and he's up.
Jesus, I almost died. I almost insta-died.
What
No, you
is
didn't.
my cure wounds? Cure wounds. Cure wounds.
You need to
Yeah,
take.
I did.
You need to hit negative max.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was negative.
max. No, 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 no.
No, it's negative max. You were
Negative
nowhere
max.
near insta death.
Yeah, you're fine.
I want to look at that dice roll again because
Oh, you got max. You got
there
16.
were 4 1s and a 2.
Thank you.
You get 16 HP. Goddamn, that's a lot of HP.
Yeah, it's
Make a concentration save. Oh no, you took 20, so your detect magic is long gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was
That's
a long. Yeah,
long
that's a
gone.
while ago. I am going to bring it back up though because I want to know if the lock is magical still.
Lock is no longer magical.
Pix lock goes in.
We just all
That's
get
how much that turned
zapped.
out. He kills him.
We all get zapped with the force of a whole telephone pole. Guys, I got good news. It's not magical anymore.
Thanks.
At least it was a one-time use.
I'm gonna go pick the lock.
Take a look.
Okay,
Actually,
make
Let's
me.
get out of here.
Do the robots seem like they've changed at all now that that magic went off?
No,
Okay.
make me a
well, yeah,
thieves tools check to pick the lock.
Yes, sir. Do I add my dex to this? I forget how tools work sometimes.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
add dex. Okay, and I add my expertise. These tools, expertise.
Is that wizard only spell?
Hey, not 20 plus 8.
Nat 20. Yeah, you pop that lock open.
Hell yeah.
I guess
Alright.
not.
Investigation check time then. I want to know, well, generally I kind of want to know how they work, but mainly I want to know if these are powered or how they're powered. If it's like via a crystal or some other method.
Make me an investigation check.
May I has guidance,
Mm-hmm.
old great Leo?
Yes, you also still have the emboldening bond.
Oh, that's an extra D.
Doesn't work on ability checks.
Okay, never mind.
We've been over this.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh my gosh, I am rolling fucking incredible today. 28.
That's the first
28. It doesn't seem like they're powered by crystal. These models seem, as you look over them, they're dated with creation. And these were created. I'm pulling up my notes. Give me a second.
You're good. I'm trying to write notes. Yo, I have not rolled below a, like,
Don't jinx it.
15 all session.
Oh my god.
He
brother
said
said it. He said it.
I don't
thing.
care. I don't care. This is like the first time I've rolled this much out of my mind.
This is
That's fair.
dated 19,880 AF.
19,880?
Yep.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Yeah. Don't appear to be powered by crystal. Can I tell what would power them?
Make me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. I'm going to assume a guidance.
Guidance.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am guidance bot.
Guidance bot. Okay, there's a low roll. Not too bad. I got 15.
They have a there's an empty spot at their core where it seems something could be placed, but not but it doesn't seem to be demanding of the crystals, because you recognize the runes, they're just not powered around that crystal, are enchanting magic, and the crystals you found have all been unidentifiable in their school of magic.
So it would be a crystal in the center, just not the ones we use.
Yes.
Correct. Not the ones that are used for the light.
Use a
against the
crystal that would
darkness.
have, you said the crystals they're looking for have enchantment runes around it?
Make me an insight check.
Oh boy.
Guidance.
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 Okay.
You just
now
keep
we're
slapping him on the ass.
I got a 7 on guidance.
I'm just
Got it.
shaking his
Wrong.
raccoon
A
tail.
7?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
these are robots.
Why'd you say it? Why'd you have to say it?
actually, I'm gonna use my hero point, I think.
Okay, wait, you have a hero? Well, yes, because y'all
We also have
y'all
a
are no longer in Nora, so yes, you have your new quest
No
hero
one has
point.
done anything.
Yeah, you look this machine over, and based off the date, based off the fact that it doesn't use the crystals you're used to seeing around these parts, you have a feeling that this room has been repurposed.
Funky.
It is likely the drones were once made here before the darkness came through, but now that it has been consumed by the darkness, the drones that were built here, potentially these just never made it out of production.
No, that's unfortunate.
Fair enough.
Still, it points to. Were there any cells that were empty?
No.
No. Okay. But it very well could be the case that the room downstairs had other automata in there, and they had been moved to the capital.
Mm-hmm.
I hate suspecting the Gnomish Council for doing this, but it seems likely.
Now the question becomes, is this a necessary evil?
In my current opinion, maybe.
No.
Well, mine is yes. Bandits is yes. Clarify.
Bandit and Leo are agreeing in this case. At least for now. If there is not another way,
Yeah.
I see no reason.
Alright. That is all I wish to do.
Let's get
I
out
wish
of
to
here.
escape.
Let's skedaddle.
Is the way still blocked, or can we actually leave?
The way is still blocked, but there is a secondary exit.
Oh.
Next to the staircase, there's a ladder.
Cool. Well,
So much for high tech.
Gina, would you
Post-
like going
should get it.
first? I don't know if I trust. I don't really want Yilgrid going first on a ladder today.
guys can still smell my fur.
What's wrong with me going first on the ladder?
You're barely alive.
Well, it's
You're
last time
barely
you
alive
did,
right
you
now.
I'll start going up the stairs. With
It's
caution.
last time
Ladder
you
the
with
did,
caution.
last
all saved
time-
life.
You went down the ladder, or down the ladder first, and you found a box.
Tempted. Well, there was first the trap on the ladder. Don't forget that, Dante.
You're so right, Leo. So there was a trap on the ladder, if you don't remember this, and then you went down the ladder, and then you just opened a treasure chest. Just in the middle of...
It was right there. We
Yes,
already
and then you
know
went through the cycle of life.
I learned a lot during this.
You died!
And then I lived.
Anyway, I'm proceeding up the ladder.
Thank you,
Follow.
Medina.
All right, you make your way up the ladder, and you come out under a latched tile that is just in the main room. Like the tile was latched shut, so you couldn't have opened it from the top side.
I'm gonna proceed with caution. Climbing out and opening it slowly.
You exit the hall,
Beautiful.
old hall here in the city on the shore.
I'm just gonna say it's clear.
Before we leave, is there any, I don't know, label on this, or is it just merely the insignia?
The insignia.
Nothing inside that would indicate what they were called or anything like that.
No.
Wonderful.
Why would they make it easy on us, after all?
Well, you could make it easy if you wished to, Gilbert. Although, that would definitely tell them who was here. If they ever
Like they
figure out.
don't already know.
Oh, I don't think they would. There's no real way of telling it was us.
Suppose not
At least
yet.
not right now. No one left anything. Dante.
Kind of arrows in the
I
other room.
suppose.
And
It could just be another archer.
Medina, he brought those from the surface.
those are surface arrows, so
No one else has those, so yes, it would be very obvious.
I'm just worried that they're sending all the Dustwalkers away because they already expect someone is on their trail. And that by the
don't
time we
think
come
that's
back-
quite the case. I think it's more he was genuinely curious. I don't know if it would be Penford. I honestly think it might be somebody else. He was far too curious in your crystal to not know its origin.
You can still fake it. It's called lying.
Difficult to lie about that kind of curiosity. At least, that's what I believe.
Suppose there's no way of knowing. Not yet.
Not currently, no. I say we head back towards Octo and attempt to make ourselves comfortable and regain our wits. There's
And
a bit of
ask him-
scorching, so
Ask him about Duergar's son.
yes.
What path are y'all taking to get to Octo?
Let's look at the map.
That's a
The map,
great
the
question.
map, the map,
We
the
can go
map.
directly in front of the city again. Or we can try to swing through the hills, avoiding it.
Going through the hills sounds not great. I don't have much of an issue with going near the city.
I don't want to go too close to the city yet if it's not done.
I'm curious. There should be a path we saw I would be curious to explore a little bit more. We have time. We can go south. That's what I'd favor. Avoid the city and possibly other Duskwalkers. Who knows? Maybe we
To
even
go
encounter
north?
one.
To Lucky Lad, or not north. To go west, there.
Babble Apple? Is that what you're trying to suggest? I think
Why
south
would-
of those hills, there's another path. Near the river.
There
You
might-
see, we encountered
No,
one
I see the map.
pathway
Uh,
that
just
shot off to the east.
if we're trying to make it to Lucky Lass, it seems like a bit of a waste of time.
I think it's a waste to go towards the city. I say we go directly west. Go south around the hills and across the bridge that way.
I say we go that way, but we gotta rest in before we head out.
That much I
Now,
agree
why
with.
would we?
I would like to be away from the city on the shore. In case whoever it is does show up.
I suppose you're right. The second they find out someone was here, they're going to be on the hunt.
Yes.
And
And
they're
who
probably
knows how they
going
can
to
track
assume
us.
that we're gonna get straight to.
They may assume that we're going straight to the city.
All right. Then we search for another path through the hills. Leo, I suppose you take the lead.
Leo is indeed correct. You guys follow the southern road that goes below the hills, and you come across a location that had been talked about but nobody had found.
Yay!
We hadn't found it. No one had found.
Perhaps a day or so in between here. How long is-
If you're walking, when you guys come up, it's pretty close to night. Are you resting?
Yeah.
Ideally, yeah.
I'd like to rest, but like
Not
maybe
near the city.
not next to the city, but like
Mhm.
All right, so you'll travel for a little bit, rest, and then in the morning, you come across. I don't have a description
Okay,
for this
so we are
place.
full
F.
Everyone has their long rest, and we're no
Good.
longer dying.
Yay! I get some charges back.
I get some health back.
Okay. I gotta erase this and.
I feel like I'm in an RPG where we're just like, all right, let's get our radio towers. Let's fill out that map.
It's great though.
Yeah.
Like
Map
there's
is
so
cool.
much to the south that we still haven't gone. That one tower that we talked about briefly.
Yeah. Is this? I wonder if we're hitting up the library here.
No.
Nope.
You come across. You come across the Dinabuzz Apiary.
Oh, okay. An apiary.
This place has a series of. You guys come across this. There's a field of flowers that all seem to have been planted here to be grown, and you hear a faint buzzing in the air as you come to a large wooden fence surrounding a few large brown boxes. You see these large four-winged creatures that are significantly larger than a normal bee, probably about the size of your hand, coming and going between these boxes and the nearby flowers, but they don't seem to pay you any mind. There are a few people.
And
There are a few people walking around here and there, and it seems this is Dinabuzz Apiary, which you would know, Yulgrid. This is the first quest that that Ingtar set out upon, was to restore Dinabuzz Apiary and set a group of mercenaries here to run the apiary and
There's
run
a-
Dinabuzz honey back and forth to the city, so that the bar could be made, Dinabuzz Drunken Flight, which allowed people to be once again merry and have mead.
indeed. I would like to approach one of the
There's
workers.
actually a crystal here.
There are a bunch of small crystals here, not a large one. They have maybe
Similar to
10.
Octo's.
They have 10 smaller crystals like Gilgrid's, giving them quite a large amount of square footage.
I want to approach one of the workers and ask how things are going out in the city.
Out in the
Out
city?
here.
In the Glimmering City. Yeah.
What?
He kind of looks at you.
Traveling back and forth.
He looks at you and he kind of squints his eyes and he goes, "You must be a Duskwalker. We haven't been to the city in a couple days. It's not time for harvest yet."
Righty, just checking to see. We haven't been there in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, the last time we were there was month and a half ago.
Month and a half.
I see.
Yeah, the dinner bees don't make honey at a rapid pace. It's a slow process.
Indeed. Well, carry on. Anything I could do to speed up the process here? Help?
No.
Have you seen any other Duskwalkers?
Oh yeah, they come through here all the time. We've had a couple go south in the past weeks. Some of them have returned and passed back through here. It's a popular resting spot.
I was just curious because if you hadn't heard from them, a majority of the Duskwalkers were sent out in the past couple of weeks or so.
Not too surprising. We saw more than we usually do. Usually we see 1 to 2 Duskwalkers per harvest season. We saw, I think, 5 pass south.
Not south. What exactly is south of here?
Had one say he was going to see some old tower. One say he was going to Telrook, an old city to the south. One of them said they were making their way into the Mint Mountains. Another checking.
Right.
Yeah, I don't exactly recall.
Well, good to know. We hadn't been told what the others had been going.
Yeah, the assignment seemed kind of random, so I'm not too surprised. Seems that
Is this
the
a
council's
dwarf
desperate to
or
get
no?
things done. This is a
Dwarf or
dwarf.
no? Alright. Seems Penford sent them out.
Not too surprising. Weird that he took over Tinkerfinger's position. What
Briefly.
briefly?
He took over for a day.
Who's
I didn't
Tinker?
think you all were real. I had heard rumors that
Your-
surface dwellers were down here in the Underdark,
Us?
but I've never seen. That's his last name.
Yeah.
That's his last name? Sorry, I did not have that written down. I just have it written down as... Just kidding, he's not in my notes at all? The fuck? Thank you.
Do I not have him on ours?
Probably not.
Well-
I do not have him listed.
Feel free to
I
rest here if
don't
you
have
need to,
him.
but it is
I
pretty
do-
early in the morning, so I imagine you rested somewhere nearby and are on your way through. In the future, we have rooms, food and ale. So,
That's good to know. Thank you.
the Dustwalkers founded our apiary, and we've been quite successful since you did so. So, we always look to give back.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and he goes, "You must be Yelgrid then. I've heard the rumors you brought surface dwellers down. I'm sorry for your loss. Ingtar technically is considered the founder of this place, so we were pretty sad to hear that he passed."
Yes, he died a noble death. But, well, I would like to think that it was doing the thing that he sought out to do. Bring us out from the darkness. And hopefully I can continue his investigations.
Hopefully someday we are not under the pressure of this blanket of shadow anymore.
I hope so. Not confident, but Perhaps in our lifetime.
So you guys continue. You guys have anything you want to do here? Or are you continuing towards Lucky Lass?
I mean,
I'm.
we don't know.
still
No, we don't
on-
need to rest.
We don't need any rest. We don't need any
No.
other.
We don't need any
things of that
provisions.
nature. We had a month's supply. We should be
Y'all
fine.
bought a month's supply.
Okay.
We should be fine. Say we carry on.
All right. It takes a day and a half travel to get to Lucky Lass. As you approach the gates once again through the rocky northern peaks, with all of the sharp, jagged stones pointing around you towards the water, you approach the wooden gates of Lucky Lass once again. There is a, we'll say this time, a gnomish figure standing atop the gates. And as you approach and your spheres of influence intersect, he looks down and he recognizes Duergar from his last visit and goes, "Ah! Octo's been expecting you. Come on in." And he opens the gates up.
So it took a week to get to Lucky Lass?
No,
He said 2 days.
Day and a half. 2 days.
Oh, day and a half. I was
So
like,
we've been 2 days
"Eesh."
since we were wherever.
Sitting on the shore.
2.5.
Someone's car alarm's going off.
Nice.
Is it yours?
No,
No.
mine's in the garage. It would be significantly louder.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's speak with Octo. And see if we can't get some more information from him.
Mm-hmm. I'm here. Intel.
Yeah, I'd be pretty interested to know about the whole unborn children thing. That seems pretty relevant.
Or the whole.
And who the hell is doing it if he knows?
Yeah.
The whole people are your crystals? Yeah, that seems very interesting. Don't you think?
You guys are led to the same sort of ship house where you met Octo before. He's once again stoking to a fire, and as you guys come in, he goes, "Oh, come in. I've been expecting you. Been watching your movements. I saw that you got the hold of the crystal. Very nice. This payment for services rendered. With a bit of work, I'm sure I can finally light a large portion of Lucky Lass. I might have a settlement here yet, away from the city's prying eyes."
I'll take out the crystal baby womb thing. Yes, congratulations. It's a scientific anomaly. Tells us how it works.
I'm not sure how it works. All I know is the Gnomish Council's been creating them for years now.
So it is the Gnomish Council. And
You
knew
did
this.
That would be relevant to tell us.
Well, sometimes workers do better when they don't know what they're doing.
Fair enough.
Tell me, would you have been as willing to bring me this crystal had I told you what you were getting me before the payment was initiated?
Yes.
It would have changed at least how fast we were working. Well, maybe not that, but
I
definitely
think I'd be
would
more
have
willing
changed
to help
what
you
we
in the
thought
future if I knew you were an honest businessman.
I was honest.
was.
You gave your part, I gave my part.
Lying by omission is not honest.
You say lying by omission, I say telling you all you need to know. There is a difference.
As much as I don't like that we didn't know, I'm going to agree.
As I won't, but whatever.
So we got you Olga's child. Now what?
Well, I'll have one of my men refine it. Given enough time, we'll get it to a stronger place, and then I can start bringing more people over who are tired of the city's crying gods.
You had one of your people refine it, so you know how.
Ah,
Would you like to tell us how to refine it, or was there more horrific things that you'd think I hasn't seen before?
no, it isn't a horrific process. It is similar to cutting a gemstone. It just requires a steady hand. Trust me, if I thought you unable to cut such gemstones from a body, I wouldn't have sent you to do the job.
Fair enough.
Good, we talks to this person that can refine gemstones.
He's just a gem cutter. It isn't a complex process. You cut the gemstone, it looks prettier. It's better. I don't know why this guy's Russian now. He's not supposed to be.
You turned into Victor.
Turned into Victor.
I'm okay with it, but he did.
Octo, we do have another request.
What would that be?
I'll take the book out.
We
He's got
have
another
met.
missing person.
Yes, we've met someone that actually comes from the surface and has believed his son to make his way down here in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where he would be.
You want me to take a look?
If you
He
can.
wasn't in the pile of crystal corpses.
Well, that I can do. And as a show of my honest business practices, he says, leaning his head towards Yogrid, I will do this one on the house.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He takes the book and reaches out, and tendrils of darkness touching his fingertips. After a few minutes, they extract away from him back to outside of his sphere of safety. And he gives you the book back and shakes his head. No dice. I do not detect this child you speak of. He is not in the darkness.
Well, that much is good news. If you manage to not be in the darkness, that is. I suppose we should also give you a word of warning if you haven't already seen that the Drow have made their way through Mint Mines.
They've been pushing through the mines for quite some time now. It is just the first time they've managed to mark a path.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? What do you know of the draft?
I know that a good chunk of the creatures that are consumed in the modern era are Drow.
That does not surprise me.
They seem to be communicating.
They seem to worship it.
I like to keep tabs on the ongoings of things around in the darkness. That kind of is my pastime.
I see.
Also, I seem to have been touched by the darkness. Is there anything that you can provide me additional insights on in terms of what I might need to avoid, given that I will be returning to the city?
Well,
At the very least.
I would avoid
Avoiding the Clean City is...
I would avoid the Clean City, but it is possible to get into the Clean City without touching one of their crystals of detection. You will need assistance. There is a Dustwalker who can help you.
Dustwalker?
Who might that be?
You, Leo, will need to go alone. Make your way behind. Make your way behind the church,
Alright.
right after Tavern Hours. I will have him meet you there.
Thank you.
That is, if you wish to get into the Clean City. He can show you, we'll say in 2 days' time. That should give you time to get to the city.
Alright.
That is when he will expect to meet with you.
Before I will say that, and we move forward with that, there might be more reasons for us to explore. I think we've accomplished everything else that we have set out to do. but I question hastening our return.
Well, I can't really
of
schedule a
you-
meeting if you don't have a day that you will be there.
Exactly. That's why I'd like to confirm with the rest of the party that we are indeed returning here shortly.
I'll give you all time to think about it.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do while we're out? We could continue exploring. We certainly have the supplies for it. I don't know how much all of you are willing to continue, at least prior to going back.
Well, I certainly would like to know what's going on in the city and confront at least Penfor about it.
That's a dumb idea.
Why would
That's
they-
not wise, Yulgrid. At least not
But,
about
That's more
this.
sensible.
You cannot confront right now. We don't have solid evidence. While we do know we have all the pieces, we cannot confirm. And
No,
so
And I have no idea how you exactly plan to break the news to
I'm not saying we
Duergar.
need to accuse him of murder or whatever we're almost certain the Gnomish Council is doing, but he is, from what I can tell, and from what you all know and have seen, someone who cares deeply about his scientific achievements and discoveries. Can't we play to that?
So, what do
we
you think you
should
can
wait.
convince him? Are you trying to blackmail one of the most powerful individuals in the city?
Well, yes.
That's a dumb idea.
Ilgrid, no.
I've done a lot of dumb ideas.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Indeed.
I have a more interesting question, I think.
Yes,
Do we-
Bandit.
Do we give Pin for the lens?
I see no harm in
Yes.
doing so.
You
We
give
were
him the
tasked with
lens
that.
to get paid.
You have your own lenses. I think that we are fine just giving him the one.
I wasn't able to make another lens.
You have more of the crystals now.
I used all the ones that could be made into a lens.
Dante, Yulgrid, did either of you pick up more crystal that could be used?
Nope.
Yes.
Glass,
Glass?
not
My
crystal.
bad. Yes.
Yeah. I assumed you meant glass. Yes, I did.
Yes. Well, if we need it, then I assume Dante can provide some. You seem skilled enough that you can create more.
Well, the ones I did make were a bit troublesome to make, but I could give it another go on whatever's we have left. I'd also like to visit this gem carver before we leave, see if we can get this heart trimmed down to something usable.
That's fair.
Sounds like a good plan. Having a second pistol can't be.
One that another individual could carry. That would
Carry,
be
but
wise.
Keep hidden.
Indeed.
It would be wise to have an additional. I am unsure if it will be usable. It's likely it could just be exactly the same as those that they use to explode. Those touched by the darkness. For all
Still
we
useful.
know.
With the number of corpses in that room and the distinct lack of womb holes, I was thinking those were using the hearts for the ones used by the Duskwalkers.
That's probably the case. I question how they have as many as they have.
As many what?
They're not gonna be able to have a
I doubt
City
that is all of
by
them
the time they're
that they
done.
have.
Well, yeah, the open question of the enormous crystals in our courtyard.
That crystal, the crystals that keep the city safe. It seems that it's
We keep
able
this
to-
knowledge under wraps for now. We should avoid the city for a little bit more. I
Do
would be
you
down
wish
to
to go
I was
somewhere
down-
else?
I was down to continue exploring.
Where would you have us explore? I suppose
don't
there's
know
north of the Babel Apple Orchard we haven't seen. There's south of the apiary, and that tower that was mentioned. I have no interest in crossing the mines,
Oh no.
but if you're speaking of going either of those locations...
Crossing the mines would be some serious progression skipping.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said no. No, thank you. We could go south on...
Man, why did these enemies suddenly jump to CR12?
Why is there a caution in my field of view?
Why do these?
Why
enemies
is there a
have
warning?
question
Danger,
mark above
danger,
them?
danger.
Yeah.
There's a skull next to this guy's health bar. What?
This enemy has a skull next to his health bar, and every time I hit him, it says immune.
I want to properly find a way to figure out how we are going to tell Theobald that Elga has since passed.
Well,
That's
I think
a
one
good
of you
idea.
should do it. I just heard. His
I don't
feelings.
think Yolgrid should do it. Sorry, not to throw you under the bus or anything, but
What?
you tend to be overly
Hmm.
honest, and I think that would be more damaging than helpful.
Menace, I
In
think you
this
should do it.
case, incredibly so.
You
What
really
did you
think
say?
I just think Menace should do it.
I think it could be wise.
Okay.
I won't fight you all?
Thank you.
Theobald
But
is
I
not
need
present.
time to
Let's be
process
present.
what the fuck I saw today before I tell him
This
the
past
news.
week, that's fair. Do you wish to then explore what's slightly north of Babel Apple, or do you all wish to possibly try out that tower? It sounds like there's Duskwalkers spread around, especially in the south.
Out of character, roughly, how much time do we have left? Like 3
Probably
weeks.
at 2 weeks. So
I thought we have a lot more than that, but
I think we have about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But
We-
before Dante has issues, I'm counting Dante more than I'm counting like our set time.
yeah.
We want to
that's-
just say meet in around 2 weeks, and if we get back to the city early, we'll just chill for a few days.
I'm fine with chilling around.
I am totally fine with that.
Dante, do you have your? Have you kept track of how many days it's been?
Well, he's keen mind. He should have.
Well, he has keen mind, and he's also like actually I think keeping track of it
The big thing.
for his thing.
The big thing. Is
My camera's
person
just
told me about a month.
About a month.
About a month.
How long has it been?
Yeah.
2 weeks? I thought it was
So
like
were you
2. No,
given
it's been like
anything
close
that
to
you had
2
to
to 3
do?
weeks.
I don't think you told us about needing to do anything for them.
Correct.
That's the horrifying part.
Any deal without a catch is too good to be true.
Hmm.
I recall you saying that you made a deal with
A
the
benefactor
thing.
of sorts.
Yeah, but I don't recall you actually mentioning what you had to do for them.
Correct.
I remember that you told me the details of the contract, but I don't remember. I
Only
again, don't
because I
remember
didn't know
telling-
you knew Infernal.
I know.
Yeah, that moment was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth.
Or sorry, not Infernal, Primordial.
Yes, even though I'm the only other Genasi in the party. You just bringing out the
I'm
primordial.
so glad Tyler got a screenshot of me just like,
Yes.
Yes.
We can use that as a meme.
It has been 2 weeks and 5 days.
yep, that is correct according to my clock.
Okay.
Cool.
So we have about a week and a half.
I'm so fucking good.
I would say about a week if we want to be safe. We can probably go south, do a couple things, and then come back.
Okay.
I would
don't
say.
care which way we go. We can either go north or south.
Meet behind the church.
Well, there's
gateways.
just a small thing in the north. I mean, I'm the only one that's going there. Goodness. We've discovered the apiary. So now it's just that city to the south and the tower, which I'm forgetting what its name is.
The Tower of Rage.
Tower. Yeah.
Tower of Rage, which we know a Duskwalker went to, and we have no idea if they've gone back or not.
Right.
This is true.
I am totally down to try to go find a Duskwalker to make sure that they're not dead. Especially if they did go far south.
Tower
And
of
haven't
Rage is
returned.
a place where I would expect someone to be sent to die. Do I know anything
Yeah.
about the Tower of Rage?
No.
Anyway, I've never
Wonderful.
heard of that place, so we should go there.
That seems.
That's probably the furthest. Jared, do we? Can I
That is
use
going
my
to
map
be a
because
that is
we
going to be
know-
a long that is going to be a long journey.
I
Probably
was
4
gonna ask,
days.
like, do we
Okay.
actually know how long that would
So
take
you're
us
going to be
get
pushing it. By the time you Dante will be fine when you get there, but he might not be by the time you're coming back.
Okay.
Mm,
Let's go
do that
explore
yet.
north of Babel Apple then.
Do we just want to explore north of Babel Apple, leave the south for another trip?
mhm.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Is the area that's hidden beneath the hills? Did we have all of that explored, or is that
Were there
still
blind spots?
part? Yeah. Is there still like
No,
slight...
I erased it all. I erased all that.
Okay. I just wanted to know if that was like exclusively the thing, or if there was something a little bit more south to it.
You
Cool.
really only
You can also go
have
take care of the basilisk if you guys want to.
Take care of. You say that with confidence.
I don't think I say that with confidence. At least not in character.
We're really at the part in the game where we say the map isn't complete and it bothers me. Let's go run around a while.
Yeah, we can definitely explore north of Babel Apple, see if there's anything there.
All right.
Or if you guys want to explore the hills, we can explore the hills as well, since that's right next to the city. I don't know if there will be anything there, though.
I'm
But
down to
going
do
north
north
of
first.
Babel Apple
We
sounds
can at least
like a
see
fun
what
time.
the time is by the time we're done with that.
It takes you again 2.5 days to, or really a day because you're not going as far this time. It's a day to
Well-
get back from Lucky Lass over to Babel Apple Orchard, and then a bit to the north of it. You spend, we'll say, a day
Well, hold on, I
here,
didn't want
so
to leave.
total.
I wanted to do something before we left.
You wanted to talk to the Gem Carver.
Oh, yeah.
To do stuff with
Yeah.
the herd.
Okay. Octo. You request to meet this Jim Carver, and he goes, "Well, I already gave you one free thing today. You wish for me to give you another?"
I gave you the thing that going to power your little settlement.
And I gave you info for that. It was an exchange. Look, I will let you speak with my Jim Carver, but, I wish for... Let us do this. Now that, Lucky Lass will be getting off the ground again, becoming a city once more, I wish to come to an agreement with you on trade. I will have goods and services available. You will have people in this bastion of yours.
Yes. You will have people. I don't.
We plan here to what business would they run here?
Information.
Gem carving?
no. Obviously, yes, we will continue to provide you with information for goods and services. But with our proximity to Nectar Orchard, we plan to begin harvesting nectar once more and providing that to the rich.
Mm.
I have a feeling you will be traversing the Underdark more than anyone ever had in the coming days.
true.
With your desire, Yogurt, to figure out if Ingtar's still alive, I have a feeling it will take you to shores beyond Glymosh. If you find other places that persist, such as the Drow, who I know still persist, as I have detected their creatures entering the dark, remember my business. Drive my product, and I will give you what it is that you seek. This second gemstone.
And which product is this?
Nectar.
Nectar.
Whoa! Don't say it like that. Don't tell people that this is my nectar. That's suspicious, Leo.
You have a business card.
Merely your product. I think there's no.
It's a truly desirable position.
It is.
Wearing your nectar like that, or selling it for a profit.
It is a experience for the rich.
Ah, yes, of course.
Business is business.
Only the rich can afford a man such as yours nectar.
Please don't tell people it like that. We both know what they will think.
Could you just write out a script for us to read to some wealthy folks?
I don't believe in scripts. Good businessmen can, make it happen on the spot. Just let your creative...
businessman. If I can peddle your nectar as well as I... I'm so sorry.
Do I know silence? I don't think I know silence.
I know silence.
Do it, silence me.
No.
You can silence me, but you can't silence the truth.
You command you.
Well, I will send you over to my gym brother, and he sends you over to his gym brother, assuming you agree to sell his nectar.
Yeah.
We'll make sales pitches to wealthy people every once in a while. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he wants us to say, but we'll say something.
We'll point them in his direction. That's for sure.
Perfect. All right.
That's fine.
He takes you to a shim carver. We'll say, after a few minutes of looking it over, he tells you, well, it is a sturdy crystal. It is similar to the one I've seen other Dustwalkers have, but it seems that most of the magic of this crystal was absorbed into the other thing. And he looks over at his desk and, cautiously, he goes, still is creepy to me, but I shall cut. That is what allows me to get out of the city. Well, with that in mind, I think I can cut and refine this heart, but it won't be as strong as the one you have. It is going to be weaker.
As anything's better than nothing's.
All right.
Why not?
Most of the magic
Just
was
explained it.
absorbed. He goes.
Shit.
Heart weak. Abdominal area strong.
I'm sorry.
I swear to God.
I zoned out for a second. I'm really sorry.
And we're gonna mock you.
He spends 20 to 25 minutes cutting away pieces that aren't needed and refining it to look similar to yogurts. It gains a shape and a design, and he hands it over to Bandit, who brought it to him, and he says, there you go. It likely will only be maybe a quarter of the strength of what you're used to, but it will still be effective.
Okay.
By the way, the heart is the strongest muscle in the body.
No, it's not. It's the tongue. Which is evident as you were talking. Your nectar conversations. And for explicitly, what is the range?
30
You
foot.
said
30.
30 feet?
Yep.
30 foot radius or diameter?
Radius.
Sick.
Versus the 120 of Eldritch.
Bandit's like, I'm keeping this. Yogurt already almost killed me once.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Best to hide that best you can, Bandit.
Can I make a like holder necklace thing similar to the one Yulgrid has, just with one of my many abilities that let me make things?
Yeah, you can use your trash to treasure ability.
Trash.
Hell yeah.
no. It'll be made with like silver something, as
And love.
opposed to.
It needs to look like a raccoon junk mixture. It can't be made with silver.
Okay, whatever tin or aluminum I was able to get my
Nah.
hands on.
Bandit rummages through houses in Lucky Lass as you guys are on your way out, and later y'all see him like kind of fiddling as you're walking, and you're like, Bandit, what are you doing? And he turns and he's just got a bunch of forks, and he's like melting them down and like sticking them together to where it makes a necklace, and then he makes like a holder with the prongs, and he goes, it's a necklace.
The fork in that cage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fork necklace, sure. That I stole forks from people. Yeah, we'll keep that going.
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Like,
It's
fancy
called
forks?
trash to treasure. Sure, yeah, they're fancy
forks.
forks.
Hell yeah.
You're the one who said Bandit's not a materials person. He wouldn't care that his necklace was made out of forks.
That's really funny.
I know.
Function over fashion.
Okay, I will wear that and keep it below my.
Yeah.
whatever
At some
clothes
point in the campaign, Yulgrid's is made of like a leather string, and it's gonna like snap, and then Bandit's gonna look at him and go, "It's metal."
Mm-hmm.
I would never let it happen.
You won't have a choice. All right.
I know
So
that.
north of Apple Apple. I think that's all we needed.
Okay, day travel to get to Babel Apple, and then you spend about a day traveling the northern area around the Glimmering City. This area is fairly flat. It seems it's been mostly sort of leveled, as you notice as you walk through it. There are plains here of farms and ranches where they have been raising, what's the creature called?
Is this lit up with crystals and stuff?
No. What is the
This
thing
has not been
called?
reclaimed. Even though this would be really helpful to the city.
Has not been reclaimed, no.
Even though it's right next to the city. Why? Okay, whatever.
We'll reclaim it.
What are the cows called?
Cows.
Underdark cows. Deep roaths. There we go. There's a bunch of deep roaths, kind of grazing on different things as you come into their space for the first time in a while.
They're not hostile, they're just consuming deep growths.
They are just grazing.
Cool.
Do any of them seem suspicious?
So this is just the farmland.
Do any of them seem suspicious? Yeah, one of them can speak common.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything because last time I did that, Damien died. We reloaded the save.
Yup.
Shamelessly.
Bug, you wanted to keep his ass alive.
I did want to keep his ass alive. He got really upset at us.
I want you to know, Tyler, that Elena was talking about how you won't reload saves, and sometimes it's really frustrating. And I told her if you ever need him to reload the save, just go kill Damien.
Damon?
Just go
Yeah.
run him down and one tap him, and then he'll reload the save.
That's rude.
He did indeed tell Elena to do that. So
Yeah, no, alright, noted for future reference.
mhm.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. Alright, so this is just a farmland then. Nothing of note.
No, you don't find anything up here of note. Not
Just
every
one.
section of the map is gonna hide secrets.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Is there like deep growth milk? Is that a thing?
You want to try?
Kinda.
I'm good.
Make me an
No,
animal
try it.
handling check then, Bandit.
I've heard deep growth milk is one of the greatest delicacies of the Underdark. I
What
will roll.
happens as he
19.
approaches it? Oh wow.
19.
19?
19.
All right. As you approach this woolly cow with big horns that curve down towards its nostrils and point outward towards its front, it kind of eyes you suspiciously but doesn't do anything. And then as you reach under it and begin to milk it, dancing lights appear around it. Deep growths are magical and they have the ability to cast the dancing light spell. It begins to cast dancing lights around itself in an attempt to frighten you off, but then when it realizes what you're doing, it seemingly just kind of stops and lets you do it. You got a good enough animal handling check. You get some deep growth milk.
I'm gonna lean over to Bandit and I'm gonna say, "That's not an udder."
It's rolling forward.
Got anything you want to tell us? The coin flip? I think Bandit would know what udders look like.
I have a
Probably.
feeling he would.
I have no idea what
Does-
an udder looks like. I just want to troll him.
Okay, paranoid look back at the deep growth.
Oh, that's definitely a girl.
Okay, eye daggers at Yulgrid.
Well,
And I drink my milk.
is their exploration?
no, I'm gonna
expedition
pasteurize
in
it
the
before I drink
hills?
it,
Do we wish to scout out whether or not we can take out the basilisks?
It has now been 3 weeks.
Yes, I've.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
it's
at
been
3
3
weeks.
weeks.
We should probably head back.
Or do you wish to head back? We wish to head back. I'm
don't
all right
care
with
if
heading
we don't.
back, so long as you are all ready to deal with the consequences of everything that will befall us.
Works for me.
Bandits.
I just don't know what consequences you're talking about.
Fair enough. Dante, you good to go back?
Nothing else to do out here, do we?
All right.
So
Yelgrid, let's go back.
Back and
All
get
right.
paid.
It's about a half day's travel. You get there around noon. You walk up to the gates, you knock. Open the gates! Who's that?
No burden.
It's Yulgrid.
Yogurt has returned! And the gates begin to open, and the guard captain stands in front of you and he goes, "What do you have to report?"
I was able to. Hold up. Did we talk about this?
We are giving him the necklace thingy.
The lens.
We are giving him the necklace.
We are
Okay,
giving him
Giving
the
him the
lens.
lens.
The
No
lens. Not
necklace,
the lens. the
just
lens.
the lens.
I was able to complete my mission for
For-
Spencer.
Alright. Tula will want to hear from you. He's been on edge ever since all of those Duskwalkers went out.
I believe it. I'm on edge as well. I hope some have returned.
About half so far.
Not a good ratio.
No.
Well, suppose we should get going then. Come on.
No word.
Where do
I
y'all
suppose
go
we
first?
Do we go to Tinkerfinger or shall we go to Friend.
Let's go to Tinkerfinger
We could
so
What
we
up?
can get it done and over with.
half
I would
go
like to
report to
speak to
him,
you.
half go tell Theobald the news.
Theobald.
Yeah, that works for me.
I am down to go to Theobald.
Ditto.
Alright.
Alright, Dante.
Dante
and Yogurt.
and Yogrid, are you going to...
We're
I
gonna
can't
walk-
not be present there. I need to be there for Theobald. He is my friend.
Because
Even
we
if
go
it's
one
not-
at a time. We have plenty of time. So let's go to Tinkerfinger and then go to Theobald. Just as a group. Let's go there first. Sound good? Let's go to the Duskwalker's Rest.
He's probably worried that you aren't alive, so go check in first.
All right, you make your way to Duskwalker's Rest.
Just leave that. Oh, I have all my spell slots.
Same.
And I'm trying to find his character sheet. Mueller Tinkerfinger. Alright. So you make your way into Duskwalker's Rest. The line is short. Once again, business is not that busy because most of the like half the Duskwalkers have returned. But there are people training in the courtyard now. Some of them look a little worse for wear. Some of them look like they've seen shit, but they are all practicing away. And you make your way to Euler's office, and the desk lady looks up and goes, "Oh, no one is in the waiting queue, so you can just walk right in."
Thank you.
Knock, open the door.
You open the door, and he's busy working away on sheets on his desk, bookkeeping. And he looks up, and he's like wearing glasses at the moment. He takes them off, and he goes, "Oh, my goodness! It is good to see you have returned, the ogre. That maybe Ingtar was right in saving you. I'm starting to think you have yet to come back haggard from a Oh, she's missing an arm. Jesus Christ!"
Hey, it's a tough
Things
thing.
that happened.
Look, at least it was me and not him.
I'm gonna be real. That's a cool arm.
It
Maybe
is.
I'll get one myself.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Maybe
yet.
don't, Yogurt. Maybe keep your arms attached. I guess you came back alive, so you must have completed your task.
Of course.
I will
I wouldn't
take
think
the
that.
lantern.
Yeah.
Lens.
Mhm.
The whole assembly belonged to Pinford. He let y'all keep it so that you could find something that fit.
Oh, yeah. There.
Okay.
All right, he takes the whole assembly and he goes, "You already completed it as well. You were told to just get the glass, and you brought back a completed assembly. Pinford will be very pleased."
Good.
Is quite a skilled craftsman. His surface dwellers are nothing to be trifled with.
Well, I have no new assignments for you at the moment. You've earned a good day's rest.
Finally, our home living up to its namesake.
He kind of looks around. He goes, "Close the door. I have questions.
Closes.
Oh, good.
For me,
What did you find out about Theobald's wife?"
She
Oh,
just
he wants to know
passed.
this. Wait.
He was in the room when
okay.
y'all were discussing it.
Yeah, hold on.
okay, hold on.
What
This is Euler, not
This is
Pinford, right?
Euler.
This is Euler. This is Euler Tinkerfinger.
I trust Euler.
Do not give him the. I swear to fucking God, I will fight you.
We did find the corpse.
You found her.
Indeed, we did.
A bit late.
Too late.
What do you mean by this?
She's already dead.
She is just dead? She was not consumed?
don't know if she was a. It would.
Euler, I'll put it simply. Do you know what happens?
I'm not quite certain what you mean.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, make me an insight check.
22.
With a 22, you have an inkling that he might know more that he's letting on, and he's giving signals that he is doing a bit of a almost a chessboard style, like trying to figure out what you're doing.
Let's keep this honest, Eula. We found her body crystallized in a lab.
Oh,
I don't know whose
How
lab
much
it is.
do you know?
We saw gnomish architecture.
are you thinking this is some external force? Is there another group of gnomes who survived the city? Or survived the
No.
darkness outside of the city?
Don't.
You and I both know that isn't the case. I'm not blaming you, but there's more going on here that you're not letting on.
How much?
Well, this is the first I've heard of it. I'll have to take some time to think about what it is that you say you found crystallized. Were there others?
Yes. Many others.
I see.
If you wanted to ever torture someone, you could send them there.
Others. Yulgrid's family. I'm sorry. Ingtar's family.
Yes, I think this requires further discussion. You've earned your
Discussion
time.
with who?
Depends on who you
Bueller.
were talking to.
Well, I have to even think about what you've told me. I mean, if this is to be true, like crystals like the ones that we give our Duskwalkers.
They are those crystals, Euler.
Then, yes, I mean, discussion with many people. The king? Maybe
Not yet. Not yet.
Enfer?
Not yet.
Euler, are you... Do you jest with us, or do you know more?
Are you asking if I knew of this operation? No. I would not give my people up for the crystals that send us into the dark so that we can die. Half of my men are dead out there, or worse.
So you've not spoken to Octo yourself, then, to know who's doing this?
Octo's alive?
Yes.
That
What?
was
Good.
We should have him return then. He is a Duskwalker.
no,
Doesn't want
no,
to.
No.
not anymore.
That is not how the oath works, Yogrid, and you know that.
Keep Octo's existence to yourself, at least for the time being. He does not wish to be discovered. There is more at play that I think either of us know at this point. But the king sending me up, and Ingtar, of course, to bring surface dwellers, this surge of Duskwalker activity, I think someone is planning something. Don't know who. I don't know if it's the king or the council or neither or both. But I can sense something coming. And I want to keep my cards close, but I think you are someone.
You care for the Duskwalkers, above all.
Of course.
Then you should keep this knowledge quiet for now.
We do have reasons to believe that it is the Gnomish Council's doing.
We cannot
Um,
To
prove
who we
anything
cannot
yet.
prove.
Therefore,
Huh.
I wish to keep all of this under wraps until we can find out more.
All right. I have many questions, but if it is that you wish me to, I shall trust you as I would have trusted Ingthar.
I think
I have
you
one
bring-
last question. Was there... And he looks behind him at the painting he has up of a gnomish family. Did they have, was there a young girl amongst those numbers? Who looks similar to that? It's a package, honey. Who
I
looks
did,
similar to that of the one in this painting?
I'm gonna go.
I did ask if Bandit noticed any differences, so he did look over all of them. Should I roll history or something?
Yeah,
to see
make
if
me a
he
history
remembers?
check.
Roll a history check.
Guidance
I will
me?
guidance you.
Guidance me.
I will guidance you for this.
Also, I mean, well, Dante has keen mind, but he probably wasn't looking over the bodies.
No, he was horrified.
I would assume if there was one younger than the rest, that would have caught his attention. But
Most were adults, so yeah.
I got 17.
At 17, you know that you did not recognize the young girl in his painting from the statues you saw.
So, out of whatever number of younger girls I did see, not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Louise did not, and I don't know if that'll bring you more or less closure or hope, but there was only a handful of girls around that age, and none that look like that.
Well, that is good news then, I guess.
If
When
this
was
is
she-
truly where crystals come from, which it does seem to be the case, it's possible this operation has been going on for years and years.
We haven't the slightest idea. We've only scratched the surface.
Can I do a mental comparison really quick about maybe how many crystals exist? Period.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll or
Yeah, sure.
Bad 3.
With a 3, you aren't able to really recall, but Euler speaks up and he goes, 57. 57 Duskwalkers.
57 incapacity? Or currently, or...
He holds up his books. Evan.
I see.
57 crystals at most.
I wouldn't say that. I would say there's likely been more crystals.
Oh, total.
Not all of those were... Not all of
There's
those are
10.
properly.
There's 10 at Denabuzz Apiary.
And is there any others?
And the big ones, of course.
We haven't
We
any
hope.
idea how those are created still.
Well, it seems you know how they're kind of created. I don't know about the one that protects our city. It's when the darkness collapsed on the city, they say that it, across the city, they say the city was left untouched.
Indeed.
There are rumors that we have a crystal, but no one's seen it.
Is there perhaps a historical account of the times before that?
What do you mean?
You know,
Not that would be immediately privileged to. Possibly in the Clean City, someone has a library of those accounts.
If a crystal does exist, it is in the Clean City. Look at the way the Duskwalker crystals work, and then look at how our circle is, how our sphere protects the city.
Should be quite easy to find, I would think. Just go to the center.
Assume.
It would be easy to know where it is. It would not necessarily be easy to find.
Certainly not easy to get to. It would be guarded by the royal family at the very least.
Likely they keep the knowledge under wraps so that it is safe and no one tries to do anything to the crystal.
Well, that can't be for certain.
For example, if the king is correct that the drow wish to kill us, what better way to do it?
Ah, that's something we should also make mention of. Whilst we were headed down, we did encounter some drow, and they unfortunately spoke of a path they managed to establish through the mine mount, through the mines.
Mint mines? That is something that the king would want to know. I will have him told.
Oh, thank you. I don't have to.
They managed to establish a path this time,
Indeed.
so
It is likely he will want to establish one of his own.
We also witnessed them communing with the darkness in some fashion. They spoke of an archbishop on their side.
Do you think that the king's hypothesis that they control it is correct?
I wouldn't say control. Certainly commune. But
The king
according
thinks
to
that
our
if we
other
kill the drow,
intelligence-
the darkness will go away.
I don't think that's
That I
gonna
don't
solve
think.
your problems.
I don't think that'd be true. It does, however, sound that they are communing with it, accepting it more than others are.
And it is something that needs to be dealt with. Alright, I will tell the king. You've earned your time. The rest. I will call for you once. Oh, and of course, your payment for your mission. And he gives you 250 gold.
Let's go!
50 gold each.
50 gold.
Maybe I can upgrade my arm.
Isn't it rich now, bro?
Maybe you can
Oh,
get your
that's
old arm.
something.
Should give your arm a slot machine.
Some chompers.
Stop hunting your sister.
Before
Alright.
we leave, I'm just going to like lean down at the desk and say, if you are still looking, please give us all the information that you can, and we'll see what we can do.
But I have an army of Duskwalkers at my disposal. Information comes to me quite easily.
Do you have anything of hers?
No, not that I'm willing to give away.
Fair enough.
I meant if you have any information about like when she disappeared.
Oh, a few years ago.
I suppose there's no harm in asking if you've seen the emblem.
You show him the emblem?
Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
your emblem.
He'd be our only. He'd
No,
probably be decently knowledgeable about it.
I've not seen that emblem before.
We'll find it eventually.
I did roll for it that time. Roll bow.
Okay. I was hoping because like the other Duskwalkers, I assumed somebody had run across it, but fair enough. All right.
Onion.
Keep an
I'll
eye
let-
out for this at least.
Of course. I'll let y'all figure out where you're headed to next. He escorts you out of his office, and y'all can figure out your next plan.
Probably
Okay. Before we even make our moves to Duergar, I'm going to pull us all aside. You You are not to say how she died. You are not to tell him that it was crystal. Not to tell him that it was the Gnomish Council. You are not to tell him anything. Tell her that she is passed and her body was not able to be recovered. Do I make that clear?
What is our cover?
Well, we can certainly say she was consumed. That much was more or less true.
I wasn't planning on saying anything.
Just let
You
me
can
do
say
it then.
that. We do know that for certain.
I'm with Bandit here. I barely said anything to Kittle dude, Kittlefinger man guy.
Yes.
That guy.
We know. We know.
I do Fiddlefinger.
Tinkerfinger. All right.
I wrote him
Manning.
down as Kittle dude.
That's awful. That is actually just terrible.
That's a Dante thing, bro.
That is a Dante
Dante
thing.
note.
That is very much a
So
Dante thing.
Much a Dante note.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I wasn't planning on saying anything.
go
so.
ahead and Mene, if you wish to speak with him. I think you are currently the most suited for it.
I can't believe that I'm the most suited for it with a -1 res, but okay.
If you would like me to do it, I can. I think we're all in accordance that, well, Yulgrid
Yeah,
must
you
be
could
there
do
for
it.
his bread.
Anyone, Yoku can be there. He's just not allowed to speak.
What the fuck?
Look, we weren't supposed to say anything about the Gnomish Council to Euler, but you spilled the
I did.
beans anyway. You both did.
Yulu can be trusted. Of
I can't
anyone
trust
here,
anyone.
you can.
The Theobard's general goods.
Yes.
You come in and he's idly wiping the counter, and he looks up and he sees you and he goes, "Welcome back. Did you find Olga? How is she?"
I'm so
Unfortunately.
sorry.
No. So she is consumed then?
Consumed and then declared deceased.
Consumed and declared deceased? How? So she was consumed by the darkness and then killed? No.
No,
Then you brought her corpse back. I have to have something to bury.
she is out there. We could not
You
bring her
l-
back.
You left her in the dark.
She is consumed. It's
No, you did not bring her back to me.
no.
Not in the state that she was in. Theobald.
What state?
One beyond recognition.
One to make me throw up. And be
I-
very sick.
I don't care. That is my wife, that is my love. You left her in the dark.
Theobald was what needed to be done.
Bad decision.
It is what needed to be done. What
She was already dead.
state could
My
someone be in that I could not bury them?
One that would also get you killed, Theobald.
fault. Yeah.
And you think I care? What else do I have?
You think that she would like you to also die? I understand. But it's not something she would have wanted you.
I'm trying so hard not to open my mouth and say the thing that would just fuck him up beyond recognition.
You do not. You are from the surface. I understand if things are different there. But family here in the dark is all we have left. And that has been taken from me. Did you at least figure out what abducted her into the darkness? She did not go willing. That much was
Alright, that
clear.
much
We
I'm
saw the
aware.
struggle.
That much is true. We are still working on finding out who had done that. And
No.
who
You will
would
t-
use this.
Then you will tell me when you figure it out.
We will.
Yes. That much is true. We will not only tell you, but we will also make sure it will not happen again. So long as we find them before they do this again.
And I still wish to see my wife's body, whatever is left of it.
Can
You say
make
she
me a
was consumed and
promise?
deceased. What, did they cut her to pieces?
Kinda.
That is a surprisingly accurate description.
Then those pieces is what I should see.
Can you make me a promise?
Why would I make you a promise when you didn't even uphold yours?
Theobald, please. We're trying
Do
here.
you want your wife back or not? I can bring the body, but I will tell you
Anyway,
that
let's
if
not
you
bring the body back. There's no reason to get him.
Having
involved in
knowledge
this.
of this puts your own life in danger. If not,
and ours.
sends you to death.
And death it is that I shall have.
She would not have that for you, Theobald.
She is not here to make that decision.
Theobald, give me just a moment here. Come. I want to speak with you all.
Alright,
I want to...
have your conversation. But Yogurt, remember that you are now what the people have left. Ingtar gave his life for you. Think of what your mentor would do.
I know. It's eating away at me.
Think it wise to give him.
I don't know.
I don't think it's wise to give him anything or to tell him anything. I
It's
don't need another
Theobald.
loose end in the middle of this
I think
investigation.
it only kills him.
Kills him if what?
I have a better idea.
Why don't we just say
Lie to
something
him
or
more?
something?
What is your idea, Mene?
Kaboom.
What, you blow him up?
No! What the fuck?
Are you saying that
Like
destroy
how
that
you-
workshop?
No. I'm saying burning the body, even though it's a crystal, it will cause it to likely explode. But
I just
It
have
was-
no idea what you're implying.
the
Let her
ashes of the
finish.
deceased could still be what we bring back.
I just don't think we bring anything back. There's no reason for us to put our lives back on the line
Okay.
to go out there and get something that's going to implicate this entire investigation.
I think
We
we
just don't
can't
need a
just
loose
lie to
end.
him.
We just don't lie to him. We just tell him we just can't bring the body back. We just leave it at that. He just can do what he needs to do to cope. We's not bringing the body back. We's not telling him anything.
But we need to
Wait.
tell him something. We can't just leave it as it is.
Well, sure, Yogurt. Why don't we just tell him his wife is also pregnant?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Then we leave it where it's at.
If we leave it where it's at, then he loses faith in us and the city loses faith in us.
We did
that what we
he-
want?
He asked us to do. Eyes don't give a rat's ass what the city thinks of us.
You don't
It's
care.
our
what
job,
you
we
think.
just do it.
Why do you think you're here?
Eyes here to do research. Eyes get a job. Eyes do the job.
Well, then, as your employer,
Using not my employer.
who is the king?
As far as I'm concerned, Yola's my employer or whoever's giving me a job to do. That I am willing to take up.
Well, as I see it, so long as you are in this group as a, what did you call yourselves? A Dawn Walker? You're getting your payment from us, from Victor, and from staying with me. Because I'm the only way that you're getting anything from the Dustwalkers. I think we need the people. We need the dwarves on our side. Especially if we expect gnomes to be fueling this. He deserves to know what happened to his wife. Even if we don't disclose the fact that she was pregnant. There's...
I feel like he's saying this very loud. Do you want to roll perception for that guy, Jared?
I'm imagining they'll walk a good distance
You just
away.
want to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm giving y'all. I don't like to mess with the player huddles
Yeah, that's right.
because
I
then you're
appreciate-
discouraging communication and
Mm-hmm.
Information's a hazard at a point, Yulgrid. It puts him in danger, and it puts us in danger.
He is a man with nothing to lose.
You're right.
He will
And
find
that's
out what happened.
dangerous.
There are people in the city who know. And if he
I don't know who
can
those
use
people
against
are.
them,
We don't need to tell him anything about the circumstances. He don't know that we found his wife in a hole in the ground as a crystal.
he knows we found her.
That's all he needs to know.
Would anyone else like to chime in here?
I'm trying to think of how. Because clearly, there's several times we've tried to explain that, yeah, that body is not recoverable. Just doesn't sink in.
It's a grieving man.
If you need
You're
me to
not
go back
going
and
to
do
be
the
able to
talking,
reason
I'll
him.
do the talking.
I think you should be the last person doing the talking right now.
Well, I think
Do whatever's what
Is-
you will or want to do, but if it...
I think
if
the
it-
only other way I can describe that without giving it away would be that her flesh is no longer flesh.
You would still.
Bones are no longer
But
bones.
then he'd
that-
be asking.
That's
He
still
could-
information. He's just gonna ask what we mean, and it's gonna go from there. We don't need to tell him anything.
This is how I see it. He just lost his wife. He's grieving. He wants to know what happened. All we can do, keep him safe, to keep him out of all of this, is just say the body is unrecoverable. He might get mad at us. Yes, but it will keep him out of it. Out of this, it will keep him safe. He might find out how or what happens later on from someone else, yes. But then that is him seeking it out on his own terms.
We can give him the closure.
I agree with
And
that.
if he knows, if he finds out, what happens then?
He
gets
he's
past
find
me.
out way down the road than he's find out right now, and possibly puts everything in jeopardy.
I would tell him this: that if he really does wish to know, it will put his life in danger.
Doesn't
It's,
care.
And
it's a
that
put our
does
life
not
in
care.
danger too, and his eyes care about that.
I agree with that. Him knowing and possibly spreading that will put not only us, but a lot of others in danger. If that much we can communicate with him, sure.
We give him no
If
more
we
information.
need to tell him that the body is now entirely unrecoverable, you can tell him it's at the bottom of the ocean.
We don't need to tell him anything. Don't give him more information. Don't even lie. He's gonna start thinking. He's gonna start wondering. He's gonna spread rumors. We don't need rumors on false claims spreading around the city.
Not much.
Because then what does that do to us?
Already exist. His wife was kidnapped off the street. People entered
Out
the
of his
city.
home.
And he can say whatever he wants about what we know actually happened, but we's not telling him some lie like, oh, she's at the bottom of the oceans now.
All he needs to know that she's in pieces.
She is unrecoverable. We just leave it at that. I'll just do the talking. I just don't trust
I
those to not give them
fine
more
with
I
information.
don't trust a grieving man to not act
I will do what I can
Grace.
to calm him if needed.
Great.
Yeah.
Then let's go talk.
Okay.
We return.
All right, you come back to the store from wherever it is you walked away to, and he's just kind of he seems to be packing up the shop. Like things are getting put away, and he's like cleaning up,
Where are you going?
just closing shop for the day.
All right,
Smart
Steve.
decision.
So what is
Do
it?
you even know where to find her?
Shut up.
Yogurts. Hush. Eobod. Your wife's body is at this point unrecoverable. We
Shut
still
up,
have to
you creature.
investigate
He looks at Yogrid. So this is it then. This is what you'll give me.
it. Is he on or next to the counter or something?
He's behind the counter. He looks at
I'm gonna
Yogrid.
stand on the
There-
counter.
Is this what Ingtal would want it?
I'm gonna
Can
go
I
stand on
roll?
the
I
counter
want to
and
roll
then
something here. I need to roll something because me as a character,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would tell him because like I want to tell him
Mm-hmm.
as a player. Don't get pissed at me if I tell him.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I'm
I
gonna
know.
motion to Mene to just take him out,
'Cause this is like
take Yogurt out of the room.
against his very nature, and I don't want this to be like, well, Aiden doesn't care what the party thinks.
Mm-hmm. I know. We know.
That's really high. That's a really high moral. I guess it's a morals check. It's a really high morals check.
Yeah,
The morals checks still exist.
I'm motioning for Mene to take Yogurt out of the room.
So you said you
I
get
don't-
on the counter in front of him?
What? Yeah, I said I do that.
He kind of he makes short eye contact with you and he goes, "I'm not talking to you."
I am talking to you.
If we can't speak about this in a friendly manner, I will have to meet him alone. Do you
That's
understand?
not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
You're going to kidnap me in my own city?
Might as well.
Please.
Yogurt's used lost the vote of the majority here.
Jared, can I cast Calm
The vote of
Emotions?
the majority? Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on everyone to cool things off.
I'm
Is
as
that
calm as I
verbal?
need to be.
Yes, it's verbal semantic.
Okay.
As you're doing that, I will cast Silence.
You're gonna stop me from casting Calm Emotion.
That is
I
only
know.
going to make things worse. I
The
agree
whole
with
room is
Dr.
now silent. 2 people have casted spells, and he's just kind of looking at the
Attempted.
room. Yeah, he's looking at the room, and he's just.
I'm just maintaining eye contact with him. I'm just staring at him, waiting for Dante to drop the spell,
I just
and
look over
motioning
at
for Mene to
him.
take Yogurt out now that it's silent and he can't say anything.
I'm just gonna give Bandit a thumbs up.
Do you know what I was You don't know what I was casting, do you?
No, I just knew you were casting something.
You just knew I was casting something.
So we're currently stuck at Bandit's going.
Pretty much. Mene, would you like to do anything?
She's fucking panicking.
That's why I'm giving you a very explicit direction.
Fair enough. I'm gonna tap Yogurt on the shoulder and just say, just seconds.
Well, you just can't really
Daggers
hear
at
that.
Dante, like, what
To
the hell?
and out.
Dante's just standing there.
Yogurt, are you gonna
I'm-
let yourself be pulled out of the store?
Are you pulling me? Is that what the?
I gave you a nice version. If you don't comply, I will pull you out of the store.
I. Ooh. I will
This
allow
gonna
myself to
go?
be pulled out.
All right.
Oh, really? Okay.
So Yogurt's pulled out of the store. Menadina
now we can hear
and
each
Yogurt
other.
exit scene. Dante hasn't dropped it yet, and so he
No.
stopped talking. After Yogurt gets pulled out, he's just shaking his head and looking at the three of you.
Which three?
The three
three
still
left.
in the
Still
store.
left.
Or the three left in the
You, me, and Dante.
Yeah. I'll drop it.
Okay, his eyes kind of glance around the room and seem to rest for a moment, but you can't quite tell where he's looking. But he seems like there seems to be a moment of recognition on his face, and he just goes, "Get out of my store."
Is it just
Wish.
me and Mene right now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
outside, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run away.
I'd like to see you try.
I
Grab him
hope
by the
you try
collar.
and follow me in
Kick
my
him up off the ground.
Yeah, I was about to say Yogurt can turn invisible, so
It's a.
because you didn't grab him and he went out willingly, he can just go poof, and just disappear.
Mhm.
So, I would like to cast invisibility. I would like to run somewhere.
Here, you should check your DMs, I think, from Aiden.
Probably.
So he just looked at us and said, "Get out of the store."
Yes.
Have it your way. I'm sorry for your loss, and that there's nothing else we can do about it right now. We'll just give you more information when we're able to. The time for that is not now. Do is what you need to mourn. And I will
I
leave.
said out.
I'm
I'm
leaving.
not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk out.
And I'm gonna walk out to presumably Mene panicking and absolutely no Yulgrid.
Yeah, you guys walk out. The door closes behind you. You hear the door lock.
No,
You turn
Leo
around.
wants
He's
to
flipped
walk
the
out.
sign. Oh, you're not walking out?
I think
Bandit
Leo
and Dante
wants
left.
to talk to Theobald. If he can.
All
He's
right.
not gonna talk to you.
You're still in the store. He walks over to the door after they walked out, and he's just standing there, and he looks over at you, and he said, "You're on my property."
Can't. I'm assuming
Leos.
are the customs similar surface and here? Does everyone wear rings for showing that?
With the
Showing marriage.
dwarves, they're dwarves. They're descendants of. I hadn't thought about whether or not they wear rings. Likely dwarves have a value in gemstone possession, so yes, I'm gonna say they wear rings.
And I show. This is what Leo will do. Theobald, I do truly understand where you are at. Believe it or not, this is far too similar to what has happened to me. I understand your pain, but I know that there is no peace in what we've told you. I'm going to show him my ring.
For the record, I'm also listening to this conversation. I'm not acting on it in any way right now, but I am listening from outside the door.
If there was anything that I could do, I would.
Leo, if you truly understood, you would have already made the difference. Get out of my shop.
That I will. And I will exit.
closes the door behind you guys, locks it, and flips the sign around to closed.
And I see in a.
Yeah, you step outside. Now that you guys have finally taken it in, there is just a Menadina out here. There is not a yogurt.
Well, as I see, it's a couple footprints there, and there ain't no deep gnome taking up that space.
Deep dwarf.
How does that work? I don't
Minute, do
think
you know why there is a deep
You're in.
dwarf
You're
dying
on.
I don't see him, so I can't do that. Okay.
Is it paved road or is it like dirt?
Paved. It's paved.
Fuck.
So there's no footprints.
There's no
He's gone.
footprints.
There is a
Shit.
space, and there's a very panicked man.
Well, I could speak with him if you need me to, but my guess is he's going to find his own way of doing things.
Well, he don't seem like the kind of person that would lie to us whenever he does whatever reckless thing he's about to do. So at least we'll know.
If he puts my head on a goddamn spike.
As
Waste.
someone who's done reckless things before, I feel like I know what he's going to do.
Well, the ways that
I
the
am going
worst
to
case
cast
scenario.
a thing.
Oh, you're casting a thing.
Yeah.
Should I continue what I was going to say? Or?
Yeah, no one else is gonna know, really.
Because the way I see it right now, worst case scenario, he's not back allowed in the Glimmering City. And that's fine, we can take up residence at the Lucky Lass in the meantime, or as our bastion. I
think
don't
we
think
still
we's
have-
nearly as tied to the Duskwalkers anymore.
We're still tied to the Duskwalkers, we're just not tied to Theobald.
Wells, I was gonna make an escape plan if necessary.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Include me on
12,
that
13,
plan
14,
anyway.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
It's just a
Yeah, we're good.
backup.
Hands down.
There you go. You can write a response if you want, I think, right?
Oh yeah, because you're casting.
Sending.
You're casting sending, and he is still in an area where you can cast that. So yes,
I
he
mean,
receives your
he's
sending.
on the same plane of existence. So
Yeah, but we know
yes.
it doesn't go through the darkness. So
Yes,
if
that's
he had
it.
left the city, then you would not have been able to contact him. But it does go
That's
through.
fair. I know he's in the city. I don't think you can respond. Can you? No. It's just a message.
That's a bummer.
So you just hear Leo telling you that. Assuming you have intelligence of at least 1.
I think
Well,
you're
given his
muted,
recent
by the way,
actions.
Aiden. I think you're muted because it looks like you're talking, but we're not hearing
Yeah,
you.
I said I can't promise.
yeah, there you go.
All right, what does the other 4 do? Because I already know what Yogurt is doing.
You guys want to go get a drink?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I think I
Leo
might
needs
stay
to do?
behind for a minute. I feel
Okay,
like
how
I
about
know.
we
what-
see if we can't drop off some of that medical supplies we're carrying.
How
Nice to
about
know Lisa
you go do that, and I'll stick around here just in case Mr. Dwarf Man decides to show his face again.
So you're going to give me your cape, your cloak?
Correct.
Okay, Dante gives you his cloak.
Okay. Then I
And
will
as
go
soon as
to
I do
the
that-
hospital then.
It's gonna be like very cinematic. I'm gonna like take off my cloak, and while doing that, I'm gonna disguise self as a dwarf and just like hand it to you as a dwarf. I'm
I
just
love
gonna
Okay.
find. I'm
Damn.
assuming there's going to be a alleyway ish around this building.
Yeah, you find a spot to idle,
Cool. I'm just gonna.
and then the rest of
Squat.
you
Gonna go
make
to
your
the-
way.
I'm gonna go to the hospital. I don't know what these.
Hey, that.
All right.
Can we go to the hospital and then go get a drink?
I'm okay with this plan.
All right, you guys make your way
Okay.
towards the hospital.
Isn't it usually the other way around?
Leo,
Yes.
Bandit, Minadina, Deafen. I'm not gonna have
Sounds
Dante
good.
Deafen because that is actually an absurd play, and I think I'm gonna just say that that is definitely enough. That
That's valid. That's totally
Yeah.
valid. All right. Goodbye.
Good luck, buddy.
Holy shit! Ian.
a few, about 20 minutes go by. Ian, you're idling nearby, counting the time so that you know when your spell's gonna end. And the door to the shop is tossed open, and Theobald steps out. He's standing really tall with his shoulders pushed out broad, and he's holding a very a strange stance. What you notice about him is he's wearing a set of brawler's gloves, and he's got a piece of parchment in his hand.
So, if I see the door open,
You do.
I would like to. I'm gonna do a check.
It's the end of the session, so they all just left.
Fair enough. No, they're in the other chat. They're waiting for us to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they can talk.
I guess. So.
Yeah.
If I see him open the door, I would like to. How long does invisibility even last? It's not very long, but I'm pretty sure not. Yeah, it's up to an hour. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So, what's the best way of doing this? I need to walk towards him, and I'm going to pull on his arm
Okay.
and walk towards his house.
His house is the shop.
Oh, I'm sorry, the shop. Why did I say his house? You know what I mean.
You're walking
As
him
if,
back
like,
towards the
oh.
shop.
I am still invisible. And I will whisper, follow me.
Okay. He walks back towards the shop.
And I will let him hopefully open the door back up and come in and go in.
Yeah, he unlocks it and opens the door.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him lead me in.
He steps in.
All right. Ian, are you doing anything?
Ian, are you?
I am
You saw.
going.
Okay, so you did
Yeah.
not see Yogurt. You saw him
I
exit
didn't
the
see
shop.
Yogurt.
And make me a perception check because you did say you
Yeah.
would whisper, "Follow me." So make
Yeah.
me a stealth check versus a perception check.
Okay.
Yogurt, make a stealth check, please.
Okay, absolutely.
Sure.
Ooh, okay. 21.
Yeah, 11. So,
11. So you just see him exit his shop and then go back in.
is there a window to the shop?
Yeah,
I'm
there's
assuming?
windows on the front of the shop.
Cool. Well, on the front of the shop, not like towards this alleyway.
No, you'd have to walk around to the front.
How tall are the windows? Are they like fully like to
They're
the
dwarf
ground?
height.
Or
They're dwarf height.
they're dwarf height? Okay,
You have to remember his customers are gnomes and dwarves.
correct. Is there anyone around?
It's pretty late. It's approaching the end of tavern hours, so there's a few people here and there, but for the most part, streets are empty. There's a few passerbyers every now and then.
I'm gonna try and sneak around to the window. Try to duck under the window so he doesn't see me in front. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm a dwarf right now. I'm disguised as a dwarf right now. I'll just try to sneak around, duck around it. That way he doesn't get really suspicious. I'll try to linger around to where I could hear through the window.
Okay.
All right. I will. Once I'm inside the shop, I will undo my invisibility.
Okay, so the invisibility drops. You said you're not looking through the window, so you don't see Yogrid because you're listening through the window.
And was
I am not watching for someone in the windows. So
He is just kind of looking at you.
Theo, I'm forward. Let's see earlier. Look, I don't want you to go out and do something rash alone. There are people in this city that did this to your wife. I know that it's difficult to work through that now, but I can guarantee that she wouldn't want you to go out there and die a meaningless death. But I also know Ingtar would not accept letting you live on without knowing what happened. You're a dwarf just like me. You'll stop at nothing to protect your loved ones, your family. I can give you this. If you want to fight, truly, there is a place for you among us. We're building a group. We have help from one of the Gnomish Council members, and we've set up shop out in the darkness. There is safety for you there, and a way to keep on fighting. I don't know what your plan is, but I can see you're prepared to, well, fight. What are you going out there to do, Theobald?
You said there was someone behind it. Who?
We don't know for certain yet. We're still trying to uncover the mystery. That's why you making a decision now could put everything in jeopardy. We have our suspicions. Your wife was consumed in a way that we'd never seen before.
And this suspicion leads to someone in the city.
Leads to the Gnomish Council.
Indeed.
We don't know who, and we don't know what, but we know it's not all of them. And
Him,
there's
son.
not necessarily.
Yogurt. You would not lie to one of your own.
Of course. That's why I came here.
Then tell me. The council. It has to be someone you know. I can see it in your eyes. You have theories.
Of course, I have theories, but the best we have is architecture and emblems. There's no incriminating evidence.
The necklace you found upstairs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're already working to find out more. Because the people who did this know more than they let on. And they could unlock the entirety of Glymosh. Might even open up the darkness to us.
So you wish to work with them? What did they do to my wife?
Like I said, consumed in a way I hadn't seen before. Unrecognizable.
What is this way?
know.
You saw it with your eyes, Yogrid. Use your words.
She was.
Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
Crystallized.
Okay.
I gave you a second.
Crystallized. Yogrid. Do you know what Penfa's title is?
His title? Other than a counselor? No.
He is the lead researcher on gnomish Christology.
Of course.
If there
That
was
doesn't
anyone that doesn't incriminate him.
Look. We're trying to find a way to learn more.
I know where to learn more.
At Penford?
Come with me, Yogrid. There's work to be done.
What do you intend? Can't come with you without knowing more.
I intend to right the wrongs.
Of course. I intend to as well. I
Then
intend to do
why
so.
wait?
Is the out of character? Is the voice changing? Okay. Why would I wait? To catch more. No one did this alone.
Indeed. Infer could not have operated alone. But what better person to tell us?
I know multiple. Theobald, what is ailing you? I want to roll Arcana if I can. Um, 10.
For the 10, you don't figure out what it is with Arcana, but you've lived here long enough that you cast your eyes around the store, and he's wearing the gauntlets that were passed down through his family. His family heirloom that he had in a glass case behind the counter that someone in your party had said, "What is that?" And he said, "It's not for sale, it's a family heirloom."
Theobald, please, let's sit down, have a drink on this, and we'll figure this out together before you do something rash. I can't have you wreaking havoc in the city, even if it is at Penford.
It keeps dropping my saved parameters. This is so frustrating. Oh,
He
Wait,
says that in character.
what the hell? Testing.
No. There is too much time to be wasted.
There. I know it's not good to hear this, but she's not coming back.
Neither will he.
Theobald, I can't let you do this.
No, but you can't stop me either.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know what's happening to him? Because I feel like I might have seen something like this before in the other one shot, right?
I don't know if this
No.
is something you've seen before. Make me a survival check.
Survive. Sure. 11. That's 2 11 in a row, man.
With an 11, you're a ranger. You're a survivalist. With an 11, the air around this building is changing. There's a arcanic charge to the air, and you feel like you should leave. And you get a feeling that neither you nor Yulgrid, or the two of you combined, could stop Theobald at this point.
I'm going to go in and try to give Theobald a hug.
You hug him. He does not hug you back.
Come with us, Theobald.
I must thank you. Yogurt.
At this moment, do I know where Pinfer is? I think I'm gonna make my way over to Pinfer before he can. Even though I don't like that guy.
Does he look like he's getting consumed? No, it's just the gauntlets.
No. Something in the gauntlets is exerting some level of control.
I am going to remove myself from here because I am going towards Pinfer now. I'm probably
Right.
booking it pretty fast.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Theobald. Alright. If this is to be the way it is, then I suppose I must come with you.
That is good to hear. Together. We'll show Pinfer who really runs this city.
I suppose we shall see.
Indeed.
But, mark my words, we're not going to senselessly slaughter him.
No. I want to know who else was in on his operation.
I do too.
And no, we shall.
Us dwarves must stick together after all.
Yes, we must. All right. He walks out of the store, starts making his way towards the upper city. You go with him?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him go alone.
All right. That's where we're gonna end the session, but we'll pick up with the others real quick, clean up that. But you're gonna be deafened because you're with him. So I'm gonna have everybody join, and we're gonna get all that cleaned up. Give me a second.
Oh,
Nice work, bitch.
well,
Hello.
well,
Did
that was
my starting
unfortunate.
thing even go off?
Oh, why is he deafened? Why is
So-
he deafened?
Why does he look like he's
Oh,
crying?
what the fuck did he do?
Okay, go ahead.
We'll
Tell
start
us
with the three of
what's
you.
going on.
Y'all go to the hospital. You drop off the supplies, and then you make your way to the bar. It's been about 20 minutes by the time, 30 minutes by the time you're drinking. Dante,
Mm-hmm.
are you going straight to the place you said you were going to? Or are you
Yeah,
going to try
yeah.
to get...
No, I'm going straight there.
You're going straight there.
I'm going straight there.
Where is he
Okay.
going?
Do we need to deafen again?
I need the three of y'all to deafen.
Hey,
Can we just go
hey
back?
guys, other
No, stay, because it's gonna come back to y'all here in a second.
He's
Okay.
gotta be.
I'm gonna go back.
You rush towards the upper city, and you get to the wall, and you realize you're going to have to pass through security. And Yogrid has your badge that allows you to say, I can just go through to the upper city. So you need business.
Okay. And the door's closed currently, or no?
You
Door's
can go
open?
in, but you don't have
No,
business.
I'm just gonna fucking book it.
Alright, you go in to the room.
Yeah.
Okay, the desk is there, and they've got all the doors. And somebody goes, coming into the upper city. You run to one of the doors and you grab it and shake the handle. It's locked. She goes, sir, you can't pass into the upper city that way. You need
The
business.
Gnomish Council
I'm-
is in danger.
The Gnomish Council's in danger.
I'm
Someone-
still disguised, by the way.
You know this as a dwarf.
I have my suspicions.
And you plan to go there yourself.
Yes.
It's okay, young dwarf. She knocks on a window and slides the door open. We're getting word that... Which council member?
Pinfer.
We're getting word that Penfer might be in danger. Can you send a guard unit to check on him?
He won't get there in time.
What? How would a guard unit not get there in time?
Can you just let me through? Look,
I can't do
quick.
that. That's not how the security works around here.
Is there like a button to press or something? So like, have I seen them open the door before?
You have. Usually the window was slid open. They were informed somebody was here for business. They would open the door from the other side.
Shit. Look, you're just gonna have to believe me, okay?
Do you not trust the guard of the city, young man?
I don't trust that they'll get there in time to save Pinfer's life, whatever it is that he loves and stuff. So, please, can you just open the door?
And how would you do it? You're just a dwarf. You're the gods are
I'm
trained.
gonna remove disguise self.
Oh, you're one of
Look.
Yogurt's.
Look, I was trying to do this quietly under the radar. Yolgrid was talking to Theobald and things kind of escalated. I left because Theobald looked like he was going to kill Pinfer. I came here to warn him. So if you could just let me through and I can, help him.
Theobald's a shopkeep. He wouldn't be able to get through a contingent of guards.
He seems to have some sort of gauntlets that made him seem very angry. His voice started to change, sound kind of demonic. So now if you would let me through, we're kind of wasting time here.
Well, the only way into the upper city is through here. You'll have to get through multiple layers of guards to get there. Sir, trust me, the city is safe.
Trust me, you're wrong.
What can I do to make you feel more comfortable?
Open the
so that-
fucking door.
I can't do that. You don't have a mark or business. I've already given the message. The gods are on the way.
And yes, we are wasting time right now. So unless you want to stand ground and fight with me here against someone who will probably kill you, I suggest you open the fucking door.
Make an intimidation check.
17. It was a 19 minus 2.
19 minus 2. That's pretty good. 17's pretty high. She kind of hesitates and goes, how am I to know? I can't break protocol with risk of someone coming into the upper city without knowing why. You give me a reason. It's a reason we can handle.
Theobald believes that the Gnomish Council killed his wife and now he's going to kill them.
What if we send a contingent of guards to Theobald as well? He hasn't come through here yet.
He's
There's only one.
already
Listen.
on his way here.
Perfect. They'll intercept him. Listen. It will be handled. Don't you have a group of adventurers you should be with?
Like I said, Yolgrid was with him. Right now, I don't know if Yolgrid's still alive. I left before it escalated any further. I came straight here from them. Now, if you would let me save the Gnomish Council, I would still like to be alive tomorrow. Under my better judgment of running away and, you know, finding ways to make myself better, I came here to save the one dude I find annoying.
She raises her hand and goes, I don't know your name, but there is only one clause in my contract that would allow me to let you through without losing my job.
The clause?
I'm afraid that is, something I can't ask you to do. Make me an insight check.
Oh, I'm better at insight. Not when it rolls that low. 9.
9? You get a feeling that it probably involves you yourself in some way. Because she's saying it's like something she can't ask you to do, it's something you need to do.
I'll draw my bow and arrow on her.
She raises her hand. Are you threatening me?
Open the door.
Threatening a wall officer is an arrestable offense.
I would rather be arrested trying to save one of the council members' lives than to let them die a death that is not for them.
Alright. Well, I have to let you through. I will not be shot over such a dispute. And she knocks on the window. Open the door. And a guy opens the door. He's got a big armor on, but he doesn't have a weapon, so he doesn't have a way to stop you. And he just kind of... You run through, I'm assuming, and open the door and run past him? Alright,
Yep.
You run past him. You immediately hear them alerting the guards. Where are you running to?
Hang on. The gotta pull up the map. Where's the map? The Pinfer would be somewhere.
Let you make the bet. Where is Pinford?
Said he was a researcher. So I'm guessing Inventor's Hall.
Alright. You run towards the Inventor's Hall. I will have you deafen, and then everyone else undeafen.
good?
Returned.
But not Yulgrid, right?
Why did,
Yo,
Why did
deafen.
Dante deafen?
So, you all are
Get out of here, Yulgrid.
in the tavern. No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, no, Yulgrid is good? Yulgrid.
Oh, y'all.
You all are, except York.
He like
You all are in the tavern, drinking,
Okay.
just discussing what has happened over the weeks.
Okay.
And you hear a very loud commotion come from the north. That sounds
Yep.
like shit has hit the fan. You
Okay, I
hear
suppose.
shouting and
we bring our
guards
drink with us?
alerting and
I downed my drink.
I'm just getting up. I'm not.
simultaneously Yogurt, you and Theo make it to the the clean wall. And as the door opens to the clean wall, you as he throws the door open and steps inside with you behind him, you see one of the doors that leads into the upper city close, and you catch a glimpse of Dante making his way into the upper city.
fucking what?
And at this point,
What the fuck have they done?
Theo steps into the room, and you're behind him, and he makes eye contact with the desk clerk, and he looks at her, and he goes, "You shall let me pass into the clean city, or you will lose your life."
Now, Theo. What did I tell you? We're going up there for a meeting, not for a massacre.
Meet him we shall.
This man is an idiot.
That was about that escape plan. I say we walk the other way.
The
Well, we didn't hear that.
the
But I now know what happened. God damn it.
the clerk looks at you two and goes, "Well, at least you're alive. He was concerned you died.
Who was?
Well, you've threatened my life. That's the second time it's happened tonight. By the rules of my contract, I'm not to risk my own life for this. You want to be let in?" She knocks on the window. She seems to whisper a few things, and then the door opens. And when the door opens, a few guards come into the room. But the door is open, and this is where y'all hear the alerting. As the guards step into the room, without hesitation, Theo, who has those gauntlets I told you about, thrusts his fist forward, and with a few punches, all of them are dead. And at this point, you realize that whatever he has put on his body has made him significantly stronger. And he goes, "To pen for them.
Well, then.
To pen for them.
Hold on. Don't you want to get these people help?
They will get help on their own."
They're dying. Theo.
He looks over at the front desk clerk. "Get help for these people." And then he
Can't
walks through into the upper
rampage
city.
through the city. I can't let you rampage through the city. I already told you that once.
Somebody.
Mhm.
I am your friend for one, but I am also a Dustwalker.
We will only remove those who get in our way.
I will get in your way.
You don't want to.
That's when I think we should intervene.
We don't know this is going on still.
What are we just hearing?
Well, we
Sirens?
heard a commotion.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all heard alerts. Y'all heard commotions
I
up at the
suppose
wall.
we're gonna go see what the hell's happening. We don't know who's done it. We can assume Yulgrid's done something stupid, but we don't know what he did. We
That's
don't know that
pretty
he's
spiffy.
managed Yeah, let's go to the wall, guys.
Alright, so y'all are
Yay.
making over towards the wall. And,
I don't know how the hell I'm getting in.
we'll...
But seeing that all the guards are gonna be on the ground, I'm just gonna walk through.
Yep.
As I do
Yogurt.
walk through, I'm going to help move the guards and
I'll just spare the dying on all
Don't
of
do
them if they're
this.
alive.
Is that a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Leopard, if you massacre the people of the upper city, then what's left?
the good people of the lower city. They call us unclean.
And our people? Is this what Olga died for?
Olga died a senseless death. Penfus will have meaning.
And these people were doing their jobs. Were their deaths not senseless?
they didn't die.
They are merely obstacles.
No. No, there's a line that I draw.
Fine.
Just massacred like 10 guards. Good luck.
Do you have less than 150 points? 150 hit points?
Oh,
Wait,
you're done.
that's 150? I have 58.
Okay. He raises one of his gauntlets and begins speak Infernal. And he casts Power Word Stun.
Power word stun?
And you are now stunned because you have less than 150 hit points. And he just walks past you.
Gave Theobard 2 Infinity Gauntlets. Shit is disgusting.
Fucking hell. Okay. Well, I'm stunned.
Do we see him stunned now?
Yes.
Close enough for
So at this point, Theobard exits scene, and you guys arrive. There's a bunch of guards injured, not completely dead. The front desk clerk is just panicking, and I'm assuming you'll just keep moving through the chaos.
I helped some of the
Are
guards.
there a ton of guards? Are they dead, or can I spare the dying on them?
Yeah, you walk through, you spare the dying. They're not completely dead.
Thank God.
Okay, cool.
Wales, color me not at all surprised.
What the fuck did he
You come around the corner, and
Is he still
Yulgrid's
stunned?
just like mid whip draw, just stunned. Just
Can we just walk past him? Just leave him there to think about what he's done?
What am I gonna do? Unfreeze you?
I don't think I can help him because
Power word stun do.
it just stuns you until you,
You made
pass
your
the
bed,
saving
now
throw.
stand there awkwardly in it.
yeah. So
Until you
at this
pass the
point,
con save.
yeah, a few con save attempts later, and its DC is. He would have had enough time to get away from you, but you probably would be unstunning about the time they came around the corner. So a few seconds after they see you, you manage to break the stun because it's a con save. You have a high con, so but its DC is pretty high,
Okay.
so it takes you some time. But as they come around the corner and they're like looking at you, like, "What have you done?" You manage to break through the stun.
He was already doing it.
Saves it. Eyes don't
He
want
was
to hear
doing
it.
I don't want to fucking hear it, Yogurt.
Already doing.
Can it?
What was he doing?
He found out his wife died, and he went to the first place that he expected.
He's already knew his wife was dead. What did you do?
What did I do? Nothing. I told him I would go with him to try and watch him. He put on his
What?
gauntlets the second you left.
How
Well,
does
This is the first
contested-
y'all have heard of him putting on some gauntlets.
what gauntlets? What?
I don't
Good
know. They've been
grace.
passed down his family for generations. But as you can see clearly,
He's quite
have that.
powerful now.
He struck down those guards in one swing.
Well, I suppose we go after him. I don't
Nice.
know what we'll be able to do if he's able to do that to guards, but
I
we
did
can
what I could,
attempt.
but it was too late.
All's in
By
favor
the
of
time I got there,
delivering
What
city of
did
lost
you
cause.
tell him, Yulgrid?
His mind is clouded.
That didn't
Okay.
answer the question.
What did you tell him?
All I did was confirm his suspicions that the Gnomish Council was likely involved.
So he's after the Gnomish Council.
Yes, Penford
Right.
specifically.
I suppose we
what-
go after him then, because
You
we
have
don't
good
know
news,
if it
Yulgrid.
was Penford.
I have good news.
Yeah, you saw Dante go into the upper city.
Oh yeah, Dante is already warning Penford.
I see. So he's going to warn him. Either way, we need to try and catch up, I
How's
suppose.
the hell we got to a
I
point
didn't even
where
know
he's
it.
got more reason
I
than
can
you,
attempt
I
to
can't
hold
stand
him, but
direction.
I think that's not going to be very effective.
Okay, so
we
here's
can
the plan
attempt.
I suggest. We's go get Dante after he's done with whatever, and we's call the Glimmering City a lost cause.
Bandit,
Not
Fuck.
quite yet,
we
Don.
can't.
I am going to punch you back into the darkness, Bandit.
Yogurt, you make a threat
I
against Bandit one
touch
more
my
time.
chest
I
knowing
will...
I have a crystal.
All of you, let's go.
There's no time to waste.
No point in
And for
arguing.
you, man, I'm going to slam down 10 gold. I'm sorry for your trouble.
The clerk.
Thanks for the tip.
It's been a long day. Go get something to drink.
Let's fucking go.
Alright, and y'all make your way. We're over by a long time.
All over. Yeah.
So,
Keep going,
Sure,
keep
we'll find
going.
out
I
next
have
week.
time. I have time.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
hi,
I have
Hungry.
time.
I'm Dungeon Master.
I feel like this is a good time to
Oh, Dante.
Oh,
Well, Dante, we were told that you are warning Penford. That's about it. And we're pretty much ending session. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
yeah, because Elena's hungry, that's why.
I'm hungry.
All right.
Sorry.
You could have been channeling your hangry directly at Yulgrid.
No, I prefer that. I'd like Elena to have leaks to like cool off.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You're so right. You are
Makes
very
sense.
lucky you made that choice.
well, guys,
Elena, make sure
it
to
could have
keep us
gone
next
worse.
week.
I want you to know I have a couple scenarios written out, and it could have gone worse.
Really?
So,
Hey, imagine what happened if I didn't run away and go
It
back.
could have gone a hell of a lot better too.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and imagine if I
so
didn't also
so-
double back.
So, Yogurt interfering prevented a character death, and it wasn't Theobard's.
Oh.
So,
I don't think I care.
I'll let you guys conspiracy theory as to who that
I
would
don't
be.
think I care.
But,
I don't know if
Theobard-
we've gotten to the point where we would have seen said character death. We don't know if that's prevented yet.
it is. He's out of the line of fire now.
Fair enough.
But we'll call it there. Thank you guys for stopping by. We will see y'all next time. Which will be next week.
Yeah.
I'm available Thursday again.
Bye bye.
Boy.